Iowa, where Purdue will be taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes on the road in Big Ten action here today on Saturday. It's time now for our scouting report on Iowa, presented by Purdue Global. Take your life and career to the next level with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university built for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Joined now by assistant coach Terry Johnson. And coach, before we get into Iowa, got to start off recapping that incredible game we had the other night against Nebraska. Just a lot of high intensity back and forth, a game where we have a huge lead, but Nebraska storms back on their home floor to force overtime. What was your range of emotions as you watched that whole game unfold?
Just kind of steady Eddie. We've been in, with this whole staff, we've been in games like that a lot. And it's February in college basketball on the road. So you just got to stay even keel so your players don't get up and down. And our guys, they kept a strong face. They kept trying to do their jobs, and we found a way.
Well, speaking of kind of being even-keeled, how impressed were you with our ball club in that game where, yes, they storm back, they force overtime, and they have all the momentum on their home floor, and you guys were able to, rally the troops and come away with an impressive overtime finish?
Coach, like we always talk about, especially on the offensive side, as the crowd get louder, just move that ball. And we was able to get great looks. We made shots there when we needed them, and then we found a way to get stops in overtime, and it helped somebody slip too. But we found a way. It don't matter how you get it. It don't matter what happened in the midst of it. All that matters is that possession right there. And our guys focused in on possession, and they did what they needed to do on both sides of the ball.
All right, today's opponent, the Iowa Hawkeyes, 18-6 on the season, 8-5 in Big Ten play, led by head coach Ben McCollum in his first season at the helm. This is the second meeting now between the Hawkeyes and the Boilermakers. We took them down in the first matchup earlier in mid-January, 79-72. When you looked back on that first matchup and watched film preparing for this game, what were some things that stood out to you about that first matchup?
Obviously, you got the head of the snake and Sturts. Got to make sure you make him very inefficient. Their bigs are extremely physical, and they like to jump passing lanes. And you got to keep them off the glass. You got to keep their whole team off the glass. I think everybody goes except for Sturts. So you got to make sure you box everybody out. And in that first game, it's a low possession game. You got to try to win as many possessions as possible. And I think we control the glass, and we didn't turn the ball over.
Well, I'd like for you to elaborate a little bit more on the point guard, Bennett Sturts. As you said, he's the head of the snake, a terrific player preseason, all Big Ten. He's now in the top 10 finalist for the Bob Cousy Award. He's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, 2.5 boards, and leads their team in steals. Just what is it about him when you watch him on film that pops?
He's never too high. He's never too low. He keeps everybody calm on their team. And since our game, he's been on a tear. They did get beat at Maryland, but it doesn't matter. He's been bringing it for his team all night, every night, and he doesn't get frantic. He doesn't get sped up, but you got to make him very inefficient. And if you can get deflections and just get into him, don't give him layups. If you give him layups, he's going to kill you, because then he shoots a step back three, and you have no answer for that. You do have an answer for not giving them easy baskets.
All right, last question. From an offensive standpoint for Purdue, this Iowa team is terrific defensively. They lead the Big Ten in steals, lead the Big Ten in turnover margin. What is it about this Iowa team from a defensive standpoint that you feel like makes them so disruptive?
They're physical. They're extremely physical. They understand scouting reports. You could tell they understand scouting reports. And they try to make every catch tough. We just got to do a good job of meeting passes, screening by doing your job, basically. Just execute, and then get when the shot presents itself, take it, step up and take it, and then get them on the glass. Just like how they want to get people on the glass, same way we did versus Nebraska. Go get them on the glass. Now it may be different. Somebody else may get the rebounds, but we got to make sure we're going and putting the same pressure on the glass.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck here today.
Thanks, Bob.
Assistant Coach Terry Johnson provides the scouting report on the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are 8-5 in a Big Ten competition. We'll step aside for a quick second. When we come back, how about a scoreboard update? A couple of Big Ten games have already gone final today. A couple of pretty significant, I should say, top 25 games have gone final already today. Bob will give you the scores on those when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Built better, packed with more power and delivering an exceptional cut, nobody delivers more at a better price than Bad Boy Mowers. Hi, Chase Weaver, your sales specialist at Bobcat of Lafayette. It's pure classic American muscle and industry-leading innovation that is making Bad Boy the fastest-growing zero-turn mower in America. Visit Bobcat of Lafayette for availability, pricing, and financing details. Bad Boy Mowers, American-made power and strength at a better price.
Hi, I'm Trey Kaufman-Wren, power forward for Purdue basketball. On the court, my job is to read the defense and make the right decisions to put our team in the best position to win. Off the court, landowners need the same kind of sharp vision and quick thinking to protect their farm and family's legacy. That's where the Halderman companies can help. They study the court, anticipate every move, and help you stay one step ahead when it comes to managing or selling your farm. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service products throughout Indiana and northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game, and remember U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics. We help you make it. Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back here to Iowa City. Purdue getting ready to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes in Big Ten Conference action on the road, and should be a good one. This is the second matchup between Purdue and Iowa this season. Purdue taking care of the Hawkeyes earlier this year in Mackey Arena in mid-January. Time now to take a look at some out-of-town scores. And let's look at Big Ten Men's Conference basketball action being played here today. A couple Big Ten games that have already gone final. The next team up on Purdue's schedule, the second-ranked Michigan Wolverines, who should be ranked number 1 when they come to Mackey Arena on Tuesday after Arizona's loss this past week. They take down the UCLA Bruins at home in decisive fashion, 86-56. A big blowout win for the Wolverines, and it should be the number 1 ranked team in the country come next week. The other game that's gone final is 7th-ranked Nebraska takes care of business at home, 68-49 over Northwestern. Nebraska gets that bounce-back win after dropping that overtime game to the Boilermakers earlier this week on Tuesday. One other Big Ten game currently underway. The Oregon Ducks lead the Penn State Nittany Lions in the second half, 69-58. That game has 6:54 to go in the second half and is currently airing on the Big Ten Network. And then 2 other Big Ten games that have yet to tip off besides this Purdue and Iowa game. And that is 15th-ranked Virginia taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes in a neutral site game in Nashville, Tennessee as part of the Nashville Hoop Showdown. So this is an out-of-conference matchup for Ohio State against the ACC club Virginia. Virginia 21-3 on the year versus Ohio State 16-8. Ohio State kind of one of those bubble teams. That game tips at 8 o'clock Eastern on Fox. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern, over on the Big Ten Network, the Minnesota Golden Gophers 11-13 on the season visit the Washington Huskies, who are 12-13 on the season. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation. Lafayette Limo.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back, everyone, to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Today it's round 2, Purdue and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Let's talk to head coach Matt Painter, get his thoughts on this one. Coach's comments here in the pregame show are presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union of Purdue Athletics. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. Coach, before we look ahead, just one quick look back. What a win Tuesday night in overtime at Nebraska. There were a lot of different areas of that game I'd like to talk about. We don't have the time to do so, so I'll talk about one. 46 attempted three-point shots. Is this the new norm for Purdue basketball, or was that more of really what the defense was presenting on Tuesday?
Yeah, that's what the defense was presenting. You know, the thing that you get to, and a lot of people will try to dictate what they can do, and if you can dictate every single night out what you can do, then you have a fabulous team. You have the best team in the country. Then you just can't always do it versus elite defenses, but you got to take, what they're giving you. And we
wanted to execute, get the ball in the middle of the floor and then be able to attack from there and make good decisions. And what ends up being open is those step-in threes right there. And if we had to do it all over again, we would do the same thing. We did a great job on our effort. We did a great job getting on the glass. We did a great job executing. We had that one little stretch where we had the 3 turnovers, but we have 11 total in 45 minutes. I thought we did a really good job. We just needed to make more shots, and then at the end, make our free throws and close the game out.
Looking ahead to today, here we are literally 1 month removed from the game at Mackey Arena, a 79-72 Purdue victory. What does one glean from that game that both positively and negatively that you try to enforce here today?
Well, obviously, Iowa's a very good team, and they have a great player. They have one of the best players in the country. They're going to look to push the ball here a little bit more at their place, but they still dictate tempo. They still have long possessions. And you got to be able to keep the ball out of the paint and not let their other guys be a huge factor in the game. And what I mean by that is like Combs, Banks, both of those guys got their career high in threes against us. One had 3, one had 4. I think Sage had 2 threes in the game. They had like 3 threes bounce around and go in. So we're hoping that they've used kind of their good luck in that area. But we respect their team, and they have great role definition. They have guys that play hard. They have guys that defend. They have very, very active hands, and it leads to winning. And I think sometimes that's what people don't quite understand, that you got to have everybody on your team that gets in the game and plays a significant role, bring value to winning. And he's had a lot of success at his other stops, and that's what it's all about, and you can see that in his players.
Simple question here, maybe a complicated answer. How do you score against these guys? Top 15 in the country in scoring defense.
Yeah, you have to be able to probe the defense. You have to be able to get them behind plays. Like, you can't let them dictate things with their pressure, dictate things by the ball sticking in your hands. You got to have good ball movements. When they get aggressive, you got to get the ball out of your hands and get it moving and get them behind those plays. You got to take advantage of getting them on the glass. You got to take advantage of them when you get transition opportunities. So it's a little bit of everything. If you just want to play against them in the half court and you're on the road, you're making it way too hard on yourself. You got to mix in some things there, but some of those things I just talked about are opportunistic. To get in transition, you got to force turnovers and get long rebounds. To be able to get on the glass is easier said than done. They do a good job of boxing out, but you have to make them pay, and you have to get the ball to the paint. If you can get to the ball to the paint, whether it's by pass, it's by drive, it's by offensive rebound, now they get vulnerable. They're not vulnerable when they keep the ball out of the paint. They're one of the best in the country.
Final thought, because you brought it up, you were talking about rebounding. Purdue, last 3 games, all 3 wins, 40 offensive rebounds. How pleasing has that been to see?
It's great, because it's just like I just mentioned, it's February. It's too hard to just have to score everything against a set defense in the half court when you got guys that are just killing it. Oscar Clough gets 10 offensive rebounds. Trey Kaufman-Renn gets 16 defensive rebounds. When you're dominating it like that and you just keep getting those opportunities, it just breaks the back of the other team.
Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Matt Painter joining us. Pregame thoughts from the coach, presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. Rob Blackman here. Bobby Riddell rejoins me on the other side of this commercial timeout. He'll have the keys to the game. Today it's Purdue and Iowa in Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're a true Boilermakers fan, then you know the real season starts before the first game. Same goes for your home field. No matter how you're planning on managing your acreage, Case IH can help you hit the ground running. Mowing, digging, hauling, and more, our machines are built to handle whatever your land demands. Talk to your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to win big at home, season after successful season.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans.
Federally insured by NCAA.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline. It's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Purdue and Iowa, round 2. Round 1 went the way of the Boilermakers January the 14th, but that was in West Lafayette and Mackey Arena. What will happen today here in Carver Hawkeye? Time for keys to the game from Bobby Riddell. But first, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Bobby Riddell, keys for a Purdue sweep of the Hawkeyes in the regular season. What do you got?
All right, Robert. Key number 1, win the possession battle. Something that's always key every game, but definitely even more important, it feels like, when you play a team like Iowa, because possessions are a premium when you play this Iowa Hawkeyes team. From a pace of play standpoint, Iowa ranks 361st out of 365 teams in the country. So that means there's going to be, certainly a limited number of possessions due to the number of possessions Iowa typically plays when they play every opponent they go against. But especially when you think about it from a standpoint of Purdue, not exactly a fast pace of play team either. Purdue ranks 299 out of 365. So this is a game where possessions are going to be at a premium. And since Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman-Wren have arrived at Purdue, when they win the possession battle from both a rebound margin and turnover margin standpoint in the same game, Purdue's 29-1. When those 3 guys have been on campus for Purdue. So if they can win both those rebound and turnover margin, you feel really good about Purdue's chances here tonight. Second key, do not allow Bennett Sturts to get comfortable and get into a rhythm early in this game. This man has been on an absolute tear here lately, averaging 30.5 points over his last 4 games and 5 assists with absurd shooting percentages of 65% from the field, 53% from 3, 80% at the line. It's the most points in a 4-game stretch scored for Iowa since the great Luka Garza scored 126 points during a 4-game stretch back in November of 2020. So Bennett Sturts doing some incredible things. We saw what Purdue did against him in the first matchup, a pretty serviceable job. Held him to under his season average at 19 points. He's averaging 20 on the season, so Purdue held him to 19. Shot way below his typical three-point percentage of 40% on the year. Shot just 2 of 9 from 3 in that game, 22% from long range. And held him under his season assist total average as well. Had just 4 assists in that ball game. So huge for Purdue if they can keep him under his numbers once again. That will go a long way in Purdue winning this game. C.J. Cox, of course, will get that main assignment, but lots of other guys are going to be switched on to him throughout the game as well. Third and final key, got to dominate the glass. Purdue did so at Nebraska, and that covered up a lot of the other flaws from a shooting percentage standpoint in that game. Purdue +5 in the rebound margin standpoint in conference play. Iowa's a negative rebound margin team, -2.5. So can the Boilers once again enforce their will from a rebound standpoint behind Oscar Klupp and Kaufman Wren? Both those guys are top 7 in the Big Ten from a rebounding standpoint.
Iowa Hawkeyes, Purdue Boilermakers. When we come back, the starting lineups presented by Saab and the opening tip-off from a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Trey Kaufman-Wren, power forward for Purdue basketball. On the court, my job is to read the defense and make the right decisions to put our team in the best position to win. Off the court, landowners need the same kind of sharp vision and quick thinking to protect their farm and family's legacy. That's where the Halderman companies can help. They study the court, anticipate every move, and help you stay one step ahead when it comes to managing or selling your farm. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. The tip is moments away. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air.
Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell, and we welcome you to Iowa City, Iowa. Today, Purdue and Iowa, as we take a look at the starting lineups presented by Saab, keeping people and society safe. Iowa Hawkeyes ranked just outside of the top 25. They'd be number 27, according to the AP poll. They're 18-6, 8-5 in the Big Ten. Here's how they will go. Their point guard is going to be a first-team All-Big Ten performer, Bennett Sturts, the transfer from Drake. He's averaging 20 points a game, 4.5 assists a game, and shooting 40% from three. He's averaging 30 points a game over the last 4 games. Joining him in the backcourt will be Cale Combs, a 6'4 junior. He transferred in from Drake. Last year he averaged 3 points a game for the Bulldogs. This year he's averaging 6 points a game for Iowa. The forwards are Cooper Koch and Tavion Banks. Koch, a 6'8 redshirt freshman, originally from Peoria, the only returning scholarship player for Iowa on this year's team. Banks, a 6'7 senior, Kansas City, Missouri. He's a Drake transfer. Last year he was the 6th man of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. And at center it's Cam Manial, the 6'9 junior from Kansas City. He too is a Drake transfer. Manial had 13 against the Boilermakers in Mackey Arena a month ago. Ben McCollum, the first-year head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, he had great success at the Division II level, 4 Division II national titles in his 15 years at Northwest Missouri State. Last year he was at Drake. Ben McCollum is an Iowa City native, born here in Iowa City. The 13th ranked Boilermakers are 20-4 on the year, 10-3 in the Big Ten. Here's how they will go. Braden Smith, who last time he was in this building had 31 points and 6 rebounds. He'll start at point guard, the 6-foot senior from Westfield. Fletcher Lawyer, who with his 18 points against Nebraska entered the top 20 all-time scorers in the history of Purdue basketball. He's a 6'5 senior. He's in the starting lineup for the 135th straight time. And C.J. Cox will start in the backcourt the 6'3 sophomore from Lexington, Massachusetts, who's averaging 8 points a game and had 11 points against Nebraska on Tuesday night. At the forward, Trey Kaufman-Renn, 6'9 redshirt senior, who had 6 points but 19 rebounds against the Huskers Tuesday night. And Oscar Clough is at center, 6'11", 255-pounder, the fifth-year senior, transferring in from South Dakota State. What a night for Oscar Clough against Nebraska. 12 points, 14 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Matt Painter, the head coach of the Boilermakers in his 21st season as the boss of Boilermaker basketball. Significant for Coach Painter. He's one Big Ten victory away from 250. When he gets to 250 Big Ten wins, he'll join Tom Izzo, Bob Knight, and Gene Cady as the only coaches ever to have 250 or more victories coaching in the Big Ten Conference. Our three-man officiating crew for this one today: DJ Karstensen, Keith Kimball, and Earl Walton. Iowa in home whites. They're a black and gold team, although not old gold, more of a yellow gold. White jerseys, white shorts. It reads Iowa in block, capital lettering across the chest in black with the black numerals front and back. Purdue's back to the anthracite grays, the dark grays. It reads Purdue in old gold across the chest in capital block lettering. Old gold numerals front and back with old gold piping. Purdue's only lost one game ever wearing this jersey, and that was on the road last year at Michigan State. Purdue, of course, wore this jersey on Tuesday night in Nebraska.
Might as well call them the Good Luck Grays at this point.
Well, now let's try to get one more win out of them today.
Yep.
And then maybe we'll think about that. Sold out crowd, first sellout of the year for Iowa basketball. This building seats just under 15,000. The official capacity is 14,998, but we'll call it 15. And there's not an empty seat to be found today on Valentine's Day. Purdue and Iowa. Mannion to jump center with Clough. Purdue wins the tip, going to our right into the hands of Smith. He'll go right to left. Will Braden Smith, and we are underway. Carver, Hawkeye, Arena, Purdue, Iowa, round 2. Iowa opens up on a man-to-man defense in the half-court. Mannion guarding Cox, top of the key. Right side Clough. Inside it goes into Trey Kaufman-Renn, dunking from the right block on a perfect feed coming in there from Fletcher Lawyer.
Beautiful execution there by Purdue. They drew that first play of the game up at the shoot-around, and it's a lead execution. Trey Kaufman-Renn sets a screen, then sprints to the left block to get that entry pass for the bucket.
Glad you were paying attention during shoot-around this morning. Iowa Hawkeyes with the ball, and Cale Combs is wide open right in front of the bucket. Missed a bunny. How did he miss that one? A 4-footer that trickles off the right side of the rim. Purdue rebounds. Purdue on the run right to left. Fletcher, I beg your pardon, that's Braden Smith with a fall-away jumper right baseline. No good. Loose ball on the floor. Finally gobbled up by Iowa's Tavion Banks. Braden Smith misses his first shot of the day. He had 31 points in this building 2 years ago. Banks will drive, and he's fouled by Clough as he got to the rim. Early foul on Oscar Clough. Tavion Banks will go to the foul line for Iowa. He was driving aggressively to the basket. Banks, an outstanding foul shooter, 89% at the foul line in Big Ten competition.
You hope that early foul on Oscar there doesn't take away any of his aggressiveness and physicality.
How does Banks miss a foul shot? Missed it short. I just told you he's 89% in conference.
A couple of gifts early with Combs missing a bunny and then Banks missing his first free throw here.
One more for Banks. He missed that one. What? And then Trey Kaufman-Renn couldn't hold the rebound. He lost it out of bounds. Baseline right. Oh, you get a gift from Banks missing 2 foul shots, but Purdue can't gobble up the rebound. Iowa ball under the bucket, baseline right. Combs, the trigger man, throws it out near the timeline. Mannion, the catch. He dribbles with the right hand, will hand to Combs. Combs wants to use a screen from Mannion. Now throws it out near the timeline where it's caught by Sturtz. Sturtz guarded by Braden Smith. A couple of first-team Big Teners, one would assume, going at one another here. Banks stopping, gives to Sturtz. He's straight away on the high side. Lobs up against the shot clock, misses badly. Good defense. 35-foot desperation shot, no good. Rebounded C.J. Cox of the Boilermakers. Purdue has an early 2-0 lead. We played 90 seconds in Iowa City. Here's Braden Smith, high perimeter right, dribbling with the right hand. Bounces it to the top of the key, Clough with the catch. He throws a chest pass left wing to Cox. Cox dribbles top of the key, stops, swing it right side to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Back to CJ for a deep three, no good, off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded by Sturts of Iowa. Sturts with a rebound. He averages just 2 rebounds a game. Right now he has Clough on him man-to-man on the right wing. Will he try to take him to school? Nope, lobs it inside to Banks, and it's lost by... taken away. It's loose on the floor. It'll be a held ball. Braden Smith originally tipped it away from Banks. He dove on the floor to save it and then was tied up with Trey Kaufman-Renn. This held ball possession favors Iowa. I had to pause for a second. I thought the Iowa player might have been lying out of bounds, but he was not. He was in bounds on the baseline. And Iowa has the ball here. Combs on a give and go to Banks. Stops on the right block. Deep three. Koch on the left wing. It's no good. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn at the right block for Purdue. Here come the Boilermakers. Not a lot of scoring earlier in this game. Purdue up 2-0 thanks to a Trey Kaufman layup to start the game. Kaufman, perimeter left, guarded closely by Manyow. Dribbling to the left elbow against Manyow. Now trying to back down. Manyow, left block, spins to the rim, shoots a layup and scores. An early 4 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue leads 4-0.
Oh, great job, TKR. Feeling that defender, did not want TK to get middle, so TK just spins right off him for that easy little right-handed layup on the left side.
Bennett Sturts between the circles, chest pass left wing into the hands of Combs. Combs dribbling left elbow, stopping, pivoting out of some trouble to give it to Manyow. Manyow to Sturts, deep right wing, fakes a three, dribbles top of the key. Now steps back for a deep three to Sturts. It's no good. Rebound Manyow, and he kept it alive for the Hawkeyes. Inside it goes to Manyow. Now to Sturts. Sturts dribbling down the left side of the paint, getting to the rim, and he was fouled. 2 free throws coming for Bennett Sturts. The foul will go against the Boilermakers, CJ Cox. It's an offensive rebound for Iowa that allows them to stay aggressive offensively. Iowa's going to sub here after this first free throw. Isaiah Howard, the 6'5 sophomore. Drake transfer coming into the game, and so is Alvaro Fulgueres, transfer from Robert Morris. Sturts makes the foul shot. Bennett Sturts, an 83% foul shooter. And Iowa's on the board. Purdue leads 4-1.
Something to watch with Fulgueres, the Robert Morris transfer. Iowa 11-0 this season when he scores in double figures. So when he gives them impact offense off the bench, it really helps this Iowa team as Sturts drills the second free throw.
4-2, Purdue the lead, Purdue the ball, attacking the bucket to our left at the 16:30 mark. Lawyer, a three on the right wing, coming off a pin down, no good, in and out, rebounded by Koch of Iowa. Purdue's had some good looks from three, haven't knocked them in early. Fletcher made 4 threes in the game Tuesday night on 17 tries against Nebraska. Fulgueres, no look pass down low, and scoring and a foul. The bucket's going to count for Banks. He was fouled on the left block by the Boilermakers, C.J. Cox, who has 2 early fouls, and now it's a 4-4 ball game. Jakari Harris is up off the bench. He'll replace Cox at the 16-12 mark.
That was going to be a problem, whoever they said that foul was on, because it was C.J. Cox and Oscar Clough both in the vicinity. Both those guys had 1 foul. And they get the call on CJ from coming over the top from behind, getting some contact there, so CJ has to come out for Jakari.
Banks wears number 6 on the white uniform, and he has just given the home team the lead for the first time. 5-4 Iowa, 16-10 to go first half. Here comes Braden Smith walking it up the left sideline, right to left over the 10-second barrier. Gives it up to Kaufman-Renn, swings it left side, Lawyer. Lawyer wants to throw it down inside and does to Clough. Outside to Jakari Harris, shooting an open 3, good. A bullseye for Jakari, who hasn't even worked up a sweat yet. And the Boilermakers lead 7-5.
Well, that's the way to come into the game, ready to shoot the rock if it finds you. And he was spotted up wide open at the top of the key with all the attention thrown Oscar Clough's way after the post feed.
Here's Sturts between the circles. Left side to Koch. He throws it down inside. Howard's going to dive into the painted area. Shoot a right-handed hook shot and score over Jakari Harris. Isaiah Howard, who averages 6 a game, scores off the bench. We're tied at 7.
It's a heady off-ball cut there by Howard to kind of find that opening right there at the Big Ten logo in the paint.
Catching left elbow extended is Kaufman-Renn. It's knocked out of his hands by Koch. And ball goes out of bounds, and we have the timeout. Purdue fans, your new favorite podcast has arrived. To check out For Pete's Sake, presented by Tom Wood Group, the official podcast of Purdue Athletics. Our new episode on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and the Purdue Sports app. This new episode features Coach Painter and Coach Barry Odom. We'll take a break. Purdue and Iowa tied at 7. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Success isn't built overnight. It's built by showing up, by being consistent, by the work you do when no one is watching. I'm Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue basketball. You see, for me, it's never just about winning. It's about building relationships, earning trust, and leading with integrity. And that's exactly why I've trusted Purdue Federal Credit Union for the past 20 years. They're built on the same foundation. Purdue Federal Credit Union, official credit union for Purdue fans. Federally insured by NCAA.
Attention fans, do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the Michigan State Spartans on February 26th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at PurdueSports.com/basketballVIP and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity, brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announce the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
This is Carson Barrett, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Iowa Hawkeyes are 12-1 at home this year. They and Purdue tied at 7 with 15-14 to go in this opening half. Take your life and career to the next level with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university built for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell, on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. We're live in Iowa City. The opening, or the first media timeout stat sheet tells us this. Purdue 1 of 3 from 3, Iowa 0 of 3 from 3. Something to keep an eye on. Purdue is being out-rebounded 5-3 by the Iowa Hawkeyes. That's a little bit of a concern early, certainly. Consider Purdue's one of the, or I should say Iowa's one of the worst rebounding teams in the league at minus 2.6 coming in.
And 2 offensive rebounds for the Hawkeyes already. So certainly an area, and Purdue doesn't have a single offensive rebound yet. So we'd like to get that cleaned up and start enforcing our power and ability there on the offensive glass.
Here's Braden Smith between the rings as we're back to action. Purdue has just 10 on the shot clock coming out of the timeout. Braden Smith wants to get to work, stopping at the top of the key. Better hurry. We're down to 5 on the shot clock. Does Braden know? Yes, he does. He's going to fire from 18 straight away and miss it off the right side of the basket. Kaufman-Renn, the offensive rebound for Purdue. Well, we were just talking about offensive boards. A 3 for Lawyer, left wing, is no good. Kaufman-Renn fights for it but can't come away with it. And Iowa has a defensive rebound. Purdue did get an offensive board there, just couldn't turn it into points. Driving all the way, Banks, and his shot is rejected at the rim by Oscar Clough. Purdue on the run right to left. Jakari Harris coming in for the right wing. He dunks with the right hand, and he's fouled as well. And one, Jakari Harris, as he punches it home with the right hand.
Holy smokes, Jakari Harris. He smoked Iowa with that right-handed tomahawk jam. He caught that thing in full sprint down the right sideline. He didn't even have to take a dribble. It was 1-2 right up, and I assumed he was going to try to lay it up high off the window, and he said, "You are dead wrong, Mr. Riddell. I'm coming in with bad
bad intentions, and that was nasty.
And he makes the foul shot, completing the and one. Purdue's degree plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science, and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts degree plus to see if and one is right for you. Tate Sage is a 6'7" freshman from Oklahoma. He just subbed in for Iowa. I didn't know Jakari Harris had that in him. I mean, I know he's an athletic guy, but to dunk like that and posterize a defender at the rim in transition, wow. Purdue leads 10-7. Iowa the ball. Omer Meyer now playing for the Boilermakers. So is Daniel Jacobson. Driving down low, missing a right-handed layup was Manuel. I think Jacobson might have actually bothered that shot. Purdue the rebound as Trey Kaufman-Renn gobbles up another board. Inside it goes to Jacobson. Right block. Attacking Fulgueras. Shooting with the right hand. Missing. Weak side rebound. Trey Kaufman-Renn out to Jakari Harris. His three is no good. And rebounded off the weak side by Fulgueras. Boy, Purdue's getting some good looks from three. They just need him to start finding their way into the bottom of the basket. Manuel kicks in the left quarter. Sage a catch and shoot three. It's short. Rebounded by Trey Kaufman-Renn, who already has 6 rebounds. Remember, he had 19 in a full game in extra 5 minutes on Tuesday night. Here's Omer Meyer. Throws it to the high right elbow. Extended, caught by Daniel Jacobson. He falls to the ground while dribbling, and Fulgueras is going to jump on top of him, and we're going to have a held ball. Held ball. This time, the possession arrow will favor the Boilermakers. That time, Daniel went to dribble at the right elbow, and the quick hands of Fulgueras knocked the ball away from him. Daniel had to dive on the floor to try to keep it. Into the game right now for Purdue, Jack Benter, the 6'6" redshirt freshman, 6'6" redshirt freshman from Brownstown. Purdue leads 10-7, 13:23 to play first half. Purdue the Bull. Purdue in the anthracite uniforms here on the road. Iowa wears white. Benter driving in from the left wing. Kick it in the right corner. Jakari Harris fakes the three. Swings it to the high right wing where it's caught by Omer Meyer. Meyer will shoot a three. In and out, no good. Tipped around. Rebounded by whom? It's loose on the floor. Kicked out of bounds. Far sideline. Last touch to Iowa. That play was made because of the hustle by Daniel Jacobson. Daniel couldn't get the rebound, but he tipped it out to Lawyer. And in the process, Iowa fumbling it around, trying to steal that tip out, kicked it out of bounds. Purdue gets the ball with 20 on the shot clock. Great hustle on the glass.
Yeah, great awareness by Omer Meyer to at least late shot clock after Jakari pump faked a three he probably should have taken, just considering he had a decent look and the shot clock was winding down. Good job by Meyer realizing just to get a shot up on the rim.
Benter catch and shoot three on the right wing. It's in and out, no good. And rebounded by Bennett Sturtz of Iowa. Here come the Hawkeyes left to right. Purdue up 10-7, but Purdue really struggling to shoot the three ball. Sturtz a layup, no good. Right side, rebounded Braden Smith of Purdue. Here comes Purdue on the run. Jakari Harris stops at the right block, swinging around to the Boilermakers. This is Braden Smith dribbling the ball against Sage. Stopping, leaving a lob for Jacobson. Jacobson double team, now triple team and fouled. Foul on the floor against Isaiah Howard, his first. The clock stops at the 12:33 mark. Purdue's three-point numbers.
Woeful. 1 for 7 to start this game. Thankfully, Iowa also woeful, 0 for 4. So really rough shooting here from both teams, allowing Purdue to cling to this three-point lead early.
And I really like Purdue's looks. It's not like they've been, other than the Omer Meyer, that's been the only rushed one up against the shot clock. Purdue the ball here, right to left. Meyer, speaking of him, dribbling, left elbow, throws inside to Daniel. Jacobson catches and dunks with 2 hands, and he was fouled as well. Jacobson a catch and a dunk at the front of the rim, and draw up the foul against Tate Sage, his first. Once again, Purdue at the line for an and one. Purdue's degree plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. At the line, Daniel Jacobson, where he's a 66% foul shooter.
How about Omer Meyer there, that secondary creator when he's out there with Braden Smith, comes off the ball screen from Jacobson, top of the key.
Free throw missed, but rebounded by Jakari Harris, who shoots a three, and it's a triple time. Timeout, Iowa. Just about the time Bob and I were complaining about Purdue's lack of offensive rebounding, the Boilermakers said, hey, Bob, hey, Rob, shove this up here, you know what. Purdue's getting all kinds of offensive rebounds, and the Boilermakers are up 15-7. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis, the city is your classroom. Here, you'll study where innovation happens in the heart of Indiana's capital. Explore degrees in construction management, themed entertainment design, interior architecture, cybersecurity, and computer and information technology. Work alongside industry leaders, build your portfolio, and gain the real-world experience that sets you apart. This is where persistent pursuit meets opportunity, right in the center of it all. Purdue Polytechnic in Indianapolis. Industry ready, day one. The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family-owned and operated since 1967, proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood. Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
If you're an Exmark mower owner, chances are you've played a part in the evolution of your machine. Hi, Chase Weaver, your sales specialist with Bobcat of Lafayette. Whether you know it or not, you're the reason for the design of the deck, ease of the controls, and the small number of parts. Exmark Zero Turns offer faster mowing times, better cut quality, great durability, and versatility. Bottom line, an Exmark Zero Turn mower could be the last mower you need to buy. Visit Bobcat of Lafayette for product availability, pricing, and financing details.
Purdue 15, Iowa 7. 12:20 remains in the first half. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. Well, Robert Riddell and myself were bemoaning the fact Purdue wasn't getting it done on the glass early. As a matter of fact, when we started that conversation, Purdue was being out-rebounded 5-3. Since then, Purdue's now winning the rebounding battle 11-8. So our complaining, squeaky wheel gets the grease.
That's right.
We were squeaking, and Purdue started to get busy on the offensive glass. It's a big reason Purdue has pushed the lead out to 15-7.
Those guys must have heard us. They heard us complaining, and it's nice that they've responded to our complaints. And 4 offensive rebounds since that point in time. Had 0 when you and I were griping about the lack of rebounding. So a great job, and it's not only the starters, Oscar Clough and Kaufman Wren, the typical guys providing that offensive rebounding. It's the bench unit that's subbed in here and has maintained that offensive rebounding prowess.
How about Jakari Harris playing early minutes because of the 2 fouls on C.J. Cox? 9 points off the bench, including 2 made threes for Jakari. He stays in the game. How about this lineup? Benter, Meyer, Jakari Harris, Jacobson, and Braden Smith. And it's been a productive lineup to this point.
You put any 4 guys around Braden Smith, and I think you could have a solid team.
Iowa the ball left to right in their white unis here at a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. Sturtz will have the ball, swing at top of the key to Fulgaris, who gives it right back to Sturtz. Sturtz a step back 3 on the right wing, missed off the front of the rim, and a rebound, Jakari Harris, who right now is just doing a little bit of everything for the Boilermakers. Here comes Purdue, right to left. Chest pass right wing, Jakari Harris. He's working on Sage. Top of the key, it will go to Benter. Now he'll dribble hand off to Braden Smith to Jacobson, top of the key. He dribbles once, picks up the dribble, needs some help. He's in trouble with the shot clock at 10. Braden Smith rescues the ball. He attacks Sturtz, does Braden Smith, and was fouled. Trying to attack the bucket, coming down the right side of the painted area. The foul will go on Bennett Sturtz, and it will be his first. Is this a shooting foul or not? This will be up for interpretation. I think it is.
I believe it is. I think they signaled, yep, he's shooting 2, and I think that's the right call, even though I actually think, well, I don't know for sure, but Braden definitely a guy that once he got in the air, we know he likes to pass when he's up in the air. As he misses the first free throw short, definitely been a little bit of a bugaboo for him this year is that free throw line.
Well, but to be fair, in Big Ten games only, 82%.
Yeah, but yes. And that's totally fine, but yeah, as a whole, definitely a little bit worse than you would like your point guard to be. Makes that one, thankfully, But a nice drive there by Braden. Late clock, saw it about 9 seconds when he got it. A quick between the legs dribble right to left, kind of left Bennett Sturts in the dust and got the angle towards the basket.
Purdue leads 16-7. Iowa has the ball. Sturts throws it left elbow extended. Catch there for his teammate Banks. Now Sturts has it in the left corner. Wants to dribble in. Cut off by Benter. Picked up his dribble. Throws it to the far right corner to Fulgares. Swing it left side to the new man in the game, Combs. He'll give the Koch for an open three. Right wing, no. Foul on a rebound going against Purdue, I think. All kinds of bodies were flying around there. And it is on Purdue. Omer Meyer called for a foul, trying to gain rebounding position. Trey Kaufman-Renn coming in. Jack Benter coming out. Iowa the ball baseline right. 11:08 to go first half. Purdue leading 16-7. By the way, Braden Smith against Nebraska. Now the school's all-time leader in minutes played at Purdue. The most minutes ever played by a player in a Purdue uniform. And he's just going to keep adding to that over these next few weeks. It might be one of those records that ends up being unbreakable, quite frankly. Here's Banks underneath the bucket. Missed from the right block, and Jacobson rebounds. He tried to challenge the 7'4 Jacobson. Bad idea. Jakari Harris, a three on the left wing, is another triple time. The third triple of the game for the young man from Atlanta. Let's call it Hotlanta. He's hot. Purdue leads 19-7.
Oh, well done, Rob Blackman. Stay hot, kid.
Combs a three in the left corner. Missed it. Almost an air ball, but it turns into a layup for Banks. That's one of those really tough plays rebounding-wise where when the other team shoots an air ball, you're not in rebounding position because the offensive player sees it and you don't.
Absolutely, and Banks had done a good job. Omer was trying to come over from the weak side to box him out, but Banks kind of boxed him out.
19-9, Purdue the lead. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Iowa just 9 points through the first 10 minutes, but Purdue just 19. Meyer a three off the dribble right wing. It's in and out and in again. Omer Meyer gets a friendly bounce for his first made field goal. Purdue's up 22-9.
Well, how about that? When we played Iowa earlier this year, Iowa kept getting friendly rolls at Mackey Arena. Nice to see we can return the favor here.
Combs will drive, kick in a corner for Fulgares, who makes a three. Alvaro Fulgares, his first scoring of the game. He's 25% from three in the Big Ten, but he just made that one from the left corner.
Well, we saw Cale Jacobson for Nebraska, who was a low percentage three-point shooter, make them.
And now a steal. Fulgares puts Iowa in transition. Here come the Hawks on the run. They missed the layup, and Trey Kaufman-Renn gets the rebound. Purdue on the run right to left. Here come the Boilermakers. Harris a three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Tavion Banks. What great defense a moment ago by Purdue. They were outnumbered 3-on-2, yet the Boilermakers came up with a stop. Here's Bennett Sturts on the right arc. Wants to attack the rim. Kick in the right corner to Combs. Combs top side to Banks. Banks will fake a three. Dribble into the right block and fouled by Braden Smith on a reach-in. 8:51 to go in the first half. First foul on Braden Smith. Oscar Clough comes in for Jacobson. Lawyer will come in for Omer Meyer. Purdue leads 22-12. Brendan Hassan, a three-point specialist from Amarillo, Texas, a transfer from Kansas State, subbing in for Iowa, playing for the first time today is Hassan. He is a 36% three-point shooter.
He's got one of the cooler nicknames you'll find, too, the Amarillo Assassin.
Fulgares fakes a three on the high right wing as we're back to action. They'll lob it into Trevin Yorok. And Hassan going to shoot a three right into the game. In and out, no good. Tipping it around a couple of times are both teams. Yorok rebounds. He missed the bunny, and it's rebounded by Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Renn. 8 rebounds for Trey Kaufman-Renn after the 6'11 freshman Yorok, a former Iowa Mr. Basketball, missed an easy one. Lawyer a three in the left corner. Triple time. Fletcher Lawyer with a three ball. Purdue's up 25-12.
Beautiful skip pass. Oscar Clough finding his shooter on that weak side as all the attention came his way.
Fulgares, left elbow, will drive, shoot, score with the left hand. Nice move off the dribble. How about Fulgares? His birthday is April Fool's Day. Fulgares, born on April Fool's Day? What?
Wow, how ironic is that? Well, he made a full Purdue's defense there with a little simple ball fake and then drive to the rim.
25-14, Purdue the lead, Purdue the ball. Lawyer dribbling into the paint, bouncing it left block to Clough. Clough had it knocked away out of bounds. Now it's stolen back by Jakari Harris. I said out of bounds. It was going out of bounds, and Jakari took it back. And now we have to change the shot clock because the officials are saying that Iowa actually had possession on the tip away. It was an interesting play. It looked like Iowa had knocked it out of bounds, but before it could go out of bounds in front of the Iowa bench, Jakari Harris ran it down for Purdue. So then we had to stop the game to the official because they're not sure. Well, should the shot clock have reset there or not? For the moment, we're not sure. We'll take a timeout. 7:38 to go, first half. Purdue 25, Iowa 14. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine. At Indiana Packers, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good Indiana kitchen bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents. We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members. We're boilermakers.
Our Indiana Packers products like Indiana Kitchen Bacon, Kentucky Legend Ham, and other premium pork products are more than just locally made. They are boiler made.
Indiana Packers is a proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
This is Jack Lusk, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Purdue 25, Iowa 14. 7:38 to play in the first half. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. We're courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. Purdue 5 of 12 from the three-point line. Remember, Purdue shot 46 threes on Tuesday night at Nebraska. By the way, the officials did review the tape. It's going to be Purdue ball, but there'll be no reset of the shot clock. So Purdue will have it baseline left with 4.8 on the shot clock. 4.8 for Purdue on the shot clock.
Let's see what Sasha Stefanovic is going to dial up here. You got time to take a couple dribbles and certainly get to a look or make a pass or two, but not a whole lot of time.
Fletcher Lawyer is the inbounder. Lobs to Trey Kaufman-Renn, who has to hurry. Shoots and misses off the back of the rim. Clough rebounds. Clough rebounds for the right side of the bucket. Out to Lawyer for a catch-and-shoot three. Triple time! Oscar Clough makes the rebound and makes the pass.
What a second chance opportunity created by Oscar Clough. He is so good carving out space on the weak side. So many shots. Missed shots are going to go that direction, and OC knows it.
Kaufman-Renn had a good look. Hawson, left side Sage. How about right now, Iowa playing without Bennett Sturtz. He rarely comes out of the game, and a foul on Clough as he hammered Trevin Urach. Urach attempting a spinning right-handed layup. That's not good news because that's 2 fouls on Clough. That'll get Daniel Jacobson up off of the bench. Again, Bennett Sturtz right now not in the game for Ben McCollum. Sturtz averages 37 minutes a game? 36?
36.6, yep.
There you go. Yurok's a freshman, 63% foul shooter. Misses the first off the back of the rim. He's a big guy, 6'11", 250, has legs like tree trunks. He's an Iowa Mr. Basketball out of West Des Moines, Iowa. And he wears number 27, an odd number for college hoops. He made the second.
Iowa Player of the Year last year. What a terrific young talent he's going to be. We'll see what he develops into. We got two young big fellas going at it now, Jacobson versus Yurok.
Sturt's back into the game, by the way, on that last dead ball. Purdue will lob, and Jacobson missed the dunk, and it's tipped out of there, rebounded by Fulgaris. It was a good lob from Braden Smith, but there's a lot of traffic in there, too. Yurok wants to drive to the right block, kicks it out for a Fulgaris three, in and out, no good. Rebounded Jacobson after it was tipped by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Trey was looking for his 9th rebound there, but couldn't grab it cleanly, but he did tip it to Daniel. 6.5 to go in the first half. Purdue leads 28-15. Here's Braden Smith coming down the left side of the paint. Leaves it down low, and a dunk for Daniel Jacobson. What a pass. Flashing to the weak block was Jacobson. Catches and dunks. 4 points for Jacobson.
That's where Braden, just using his speed to his advantage, just gets that handoff on the left wing from TKR and just zips it all the way near the basket.
Yurok had it left block, but decided not to challenge Jacobson. Now he'll shoot a three. Well, Yurok, what? He made it! Trevor Yurok, who this season is a 14% three-point shooter, makes a three.
Wow, I gotta say, he did shoot that confidently, but that's unfortunate for Purdue, a guy that low percentage stepping up and knocking one down.
Crowd is alive here. Purdue up 30-18, and a turnover, and it's taken right back by Cox to Braden Smith. A three from the left corner, short, long rebound, picked up by Cox. Oh, C.J. Cox with a couple of hustle plays for Purdue. Lawyer wants to drive, lost it out of bounds, baseline. C.J. Cox has our hustle play of the game, presented by Republic Airways. Start your aviation career today with their Lift Academy flight training program. Just a moment ago, Iowa looked to have a steal that was going to put them in transition, but C.J. Cox took it right back before the Hawkeyes could kick it into fourth gear.
Yeah, it's not it's pretty rare when you see a guy lay out and trying to be extra effort like Bennett Sturtz was there, work against them.
Here's a layup off the baseline, inbound for C.J. Cox. The pass coming from Braden Smith. Left-handed layup, Cox. Thank you very much. Sasha Stefanovic, he draws up the inbounds plays, and Purdue's up 32-18. Here's Yurok attacking Jacobson on the right block. He's feeling it. Yurok spinning, shooting, and was fouled by Jacobson.
Daniel was pretty solid there most of the way. Just can't slap down at the end. You got to make Yurok finish with his offhand over the top of length, right? Like, that's not probably a very high percentage shot, I'm guessing, the left-handed hook from Yurok over 7'4", but instead you come down and pick up the obvious foul.
He wears a white t-shirt under the white uniform and makes the foul shot. How about Trevin Yurok? True freshman, only averaging 3 points a game. Has 5 points here, has really given the Hawkeyes a lift off of the bench. Speaking of guys giving a lift off the bench, Jakari Harris subbing in. Jakari has 13 points in the game already. 12 points, I beg your pardon, 12. He subs in for C.J. Cox. Cox on the bench with 2 fouls. And Yurok with another free throw here. Foul line right. Made it. Yurok having himself quite a day against the 13th ranked team in the country. Purdue's up 32-20, 5 minutes to go first half, and Purdue has the ball. Omer Meyer dribbling over the timeline right to left, guarded closely by Combs. Meyer throws it down inside of Trey Kaufman-Wren, attacks Manial on the block. Now kick it out high to Lawyer. Lawyer wants to drive into the paint. His floater is no good, and a long rebound saved in play in the far corner by Iowa. Purdue had a good look there at the rim, but missed it off the right side of the bucket. Here comes Combs, attempting a layup. No, he's going to kick it out. Yurok's going to shoot another three. This one is short. Rebounded Daniel Jacobson, and he had to jump high in the sky. And it's 7-4. That's not always easy to do. But he gobbles it up. Purdue's up 32-20. Purdue with the ball, 4:20 mark. Clock ticking. We're in the first half. Over Meyer wants to attack Combs. Left elbow, turned it over on a bad pass to Kaufman Wren. A run out for Iowa. A 2-on-1. Sturt's layup, good. Live ball turnover leads to an Iowa basket, and it's a 10-point Purdue lead at 32-22.
That's a tough break. Omer had that pocket pass to TKR, but I think he just threw it a little short, and it hit off Trey's knee right to Iowa.
Purdue the ball right to left here in this opening half. Here comes Omer Meyer, perimeter right, throws it inside to Jacobson, and he was fouled as he tried to dunk. Timeout on the floor. Jacobson at the foul line for 2 foul shots when we come back. That foul against Isaiah Howard is second. Purdue leads 32-22. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play, Indiana. With the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Keep winter where it belongs. On the road, not on your ride. Tsunami Express Car Wash blasts away snow, salt, slush, and grime for longest lasting shine and protection. Plus, free vacuums and DIY detailing tools make it easy to get rid of all that tracked in salt and winter grime. Get your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. Proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue 32, Iowa 22. 3:48 to play in the first half. When we resume, Daniel Jacobson will have 2 foul shots. Our game today brought to you by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more, fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. Braden Smith has only 1 point, but he does have 4 assists. Significant, because that gives him 972 career assists, which ties him with Steve Blake, the former Maryland Terrapin, for 6th place all time in the history of college basketball.
Steve Blake was a heck of a player at Maryland. National champion point guard for the Terps. Him and Juan Dixon, Lonnie Baxter. That's technically kind of the last Big Ten team to win a national championship.
I knew you were going to go there.
Even they weren't really in the Big Ten at that time. They were in the ACC.
Braden Smith back into the game. He's playing with Jakari Harris, Omer Meyer, and Jack Benter, as well as Daniel Jacobson, who's about to go to the foul line. Daniel in the Big Ten, if we're talking Big Ten only, has just been a 56% foul shooter. 4 points in the game for Daniel. Wearing number 12 in the uniform. Shooting foul line left and making the first foul shot. Daniel 7'4", listed as a sophomore. I always call him a redshirt freshman because he only played 1 game last year as a freshman for Purdue before his injury. Took him out for the rest of the year, and he made both foul shots.
Yeah, that's practically a certainty that he's going to get a medical redshirt for that year. So.
One would think. 3:45 to go, 34-22. Purdue the lead, but Iowa the ball. Koch high side to Combs. Combs' left elbow will stop. Tried to throw it inside of Fulgaris, but it was kicked out of bounds. by Purdue's Daniel Jacobson. Put his right foot on it, kicked it out of bounds. Baseline right, shot clock at 20 for the Hawkeyes. Iowa, 12-1 at home this year. They have 2 quad 1 wins with the Hawkeyes. Trying to knock off the Boilermakers, give them a 3rd quad 1 victory. Sold out crowd today here in Iowa City. Sturtz has to hurry, throws it out to midcourt where it's caught by Howard. Isaiah Howard, the transfer from Drake, originally from Missouri. Howard driving left block and stopping. Tries to pivot, finds Combs on the high right arc. Combs dribbles right baseline. He stops, tried to throw it, cross key, and it was stolen. Tipped by Jakari Harris, stolen by Daniel Jacobson.
The first turnover of the game for the Hawkeyes.
Both teams have been real good about taking care of the ball here in this first half. Inside it goes, and a foul. Daniel was posting hard on Fulgaris. Benter threw it into him. Foul on Fulgaris, who got caught behind in the post. Team foul number 6, by the way, for the Hawkeyes. So Purdue inbounds baseline left. Purdue has to hurry and inbound now. Into the right corner it goes to Benter. He'll give to Meyer as we're down to 3:05 to go in the opening half. Meyer dribbling with his left hand on the high right arc. Koch got him closely. Trying to go to school on Koch's. Meyer will pull up from 15, right elbow. It is short. Sturtz with the rebound for Iowa. It was all Omer Meyer there. He was just trying to go one-on-one the whole time.
Yeah, he kind of lost the ball as he was coming off of his dribble into his shooting motion. Tried to regather it in midair. Not able to connect on the pull-up. Left it short.
Iowa wants to make a push here with the final 2:40 of the half, with Purdue leading by 12. Fulgaris, top of the key, finds a cutting Sturtz. Bucket and a foul for Sturtz. Coming in hard from the right block. Foul will go against Jack Benter, his first. Then it's Sturtz will go to the foul line with a chance at an and one for the Hawkeyes.
Just really good off-ball body movement there by Bennett Sturtz. Was trying to get a dribble handoff on the perimeter. Braden Smith did a good job being right there to knock it out. But then Sturtz wraps around Fulgaris as he makes this free throw. And Kaufman-Renn subbing in for Jack Benter. Sturtz wraps around Fulgaris, kind of a 7 cut to the rim. And Fulgaris able to pivot and find Sturtz, who had a step on Braden Smith. Help side tries to come over Jack Benter, but just not quite able to stay vertical enough, according to the officials, and they get that hoop and harm.
9-point Purdue lead. 2:30 to go first half. Purdue the ball, right to left. Braden Smith kicks in the right corner to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He stepped out of bounds. No, he traveled. I didn't know it was going to be one of the two. Actually not sure why Braden didn't shoot that 3. And he dribbled into a wide open spot, right arc, but didn't let it fly.
And the coaching staff is giving Braden that information like, hey, man, dude, you're stepping into a rhythm 3.
Right.
It's one thing if you're passing up that rhythm 3 to Fletcher Lawyer in the corner, but I don't think he maybe realized in the moment that it was Trey that was open in the corner, but he was open for a reason, clearly, not a three-point shooter.
2:07 to go in this opening half. Isaiah Howard attacks from the right wing and is fouled by one of the Boilermakers. Omer Meyer, his second. Omer's coming out of the game. Fletcher Lawyer to replace him with 2:06 to go. And again, the Iowa Hawkeyes trying to make a push here at the end of the half, and this is going to help because they're going to be at the foul line with a 1-and-1. And the shooter, Isaiah Howard, who's a 77% foul shooter. 2:06 to go. First half, Purdue 34, Iowa 25. Free throw is missed by Howard. Rebounded by Jakari Harris. Purdue got lucky there. Jacobson missed a block out on Maniau, but Maniau couldn't get the ball cleanly. And luckily, Jakari Harris ended up with it for Purdue. That could have easily been an offensive rebound. We're under 2 minutes to go in this opening half. Braden Smith coming downhill, kicking the left corner. A 3 for Trey Kaufman-Renn, no good. And Combs rebounds on the weak side. Trey Kaufman-Renn, that's not his specialty. He's 2 of 11 now this year from the three-point line. There's a reason why Iowa was laying off him there in the corner. 90 seconds to go and a Purdue lead of 34-25. Cale Combs inside to Maniau. Attacks Jacobson and misses a left-handed hook shot. Rebounded by Trey Kaufman-Renn. That's his 9th rebound for Trey Kaufman-Renn.
And that's what you want to see from Daniel, right? Go straight up and make you try to finish over the top. Unable to do so there was Maniau.
3 in the right corner from Jakari Harris is missed. Rebounded by Iowa. Sturtz wants to push the tempo. Coming up the far sideline. That's the left sideline as we look at it left to right. Fulgaris has it left block. Kicks it to Combs. Short floater. No, it at the rim. How'd he miss the bunny? I'm not sure. Rebounded by Trey Kaufman-Renn, his 10th rebound. Timeout, Purdue. Oh, boy, how did he miss that shot right in front of the bucket? I do not know. Trey Kaufman-Renn, however, grabs his 10th rebound. Matt Painter takes his use it or lose it timeout with 51 seconds to go in the half. Purdue the Bowl leading 34-25. Our game today is brought to you by Progressive Insurance and the Progressive Keys to Progress program, providing cars to veterans in need.
Well, Purdue going to go potentially some offense, defense here down the stretch. Calling this use it or lose it timeout. They're going to sub Jack Benner in for Daniel Jacobson. Get some more shooting and floor spacing out here with Trey Kaufman-Renn as that small ball 5 for this potentially final offensive possession. Granted, though, if Purdue has the wherewithal here, 51.8, could ideally go 2 for 1. Try to get a shot up here quick. Some sort of quick action, get a look, and then you can get a stop, hopefully, and then get that final possession of the first half. We'll see what happens here, but I would like a little 2 for 1.
Shot clock at 25, game clock at 51.8. If indeed Purdue wants to go quickly and attempt a 2 for 1. Lawyer inbounding just in front of the Iowa bench. Finds Braden Smith, who's standing right in front of him. Offense into motion. Braden Smith, top of the key, a catch here for Trey Kaufman-Renn. He'll dribble once, give it right back to Braden Smith. Top of the key to Benter. Swing it left side, Lawyer. Now it gets thrown inside to Kaufman-Renn. Going to work on Fulgaris. Going to lean into Fulgaris, shoot a right-handed hook shot and make it. Well, that's a tough angle for Trey Kaufman-Renn to come in from, but he scored it. 6 points, 10 rebounds for Kaufman-Renn. Purdue up 36-25. Shot clock turned off. Iowa can hold for the final shot of the half.
That's where that extra spacing provided by the 4 shooters around Trey gives him that ability to maneuver more in the painted area and use that footwork he's so good at.
Isaiah Howard, right side Banks. Now back to Banks on the right wing after he gave it up. Leans in from 15, shoots, misses. Kaufman-Renn grabs his 11th rebound, and that'll be the final shot of the first half. Trey Kaufman-Renn, 11 rebounds after he had 19 for the game at Nebraska. And look how tired Trey is. He's earned a rest at halftime. He walked slowly in front of our broadcast position, and he is breathing heavily, as well he should. Boilermakers 36, Iowa 25. Halftime here in Iowa City. Our halftime report is brought to you by Country Financial. Worry less and feel more confident with auto and home insurance designed to meet your needs. We'll be back in a moment. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Winter got you cooped up inside looking for some fun? Then grab the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. With instant fun and prizes up to $570,000. It's the perfect way to brighten these winter days. So put down the puzzles, try on a fresh pair of sweatpants, and come out to play, Indiana, with the new 7 scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery. Champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Keystone Cooperative understands that your family matters most, which is why safety is our top priority. Our commitment to serving the local community is all about being an active part of the places we call home. By choosing Keystone Seriously Local Propane, you are supporting local communities and helping us make an impact where it matters most, right here at home. Keystone Cooperative, seriously local propane, and proud to back the Boilermakers.
the Purdue Global Sports Network. From Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
Halftime in Iowa City. Purdue leading Iowa 36-25. I'm Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, and this is our halftime report brought to you by Country Financial. Purdue 36, Iowa 25. We'll fill you in on all the details after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker Basketball from Learfield. Purdue 36, Iowa 25. The Boilermakers are 6 of 16 from 3. Not a great number, 37.5%. Jakari Harris has been the real difference maker off the bench. He's made 3 threes. He's already tied his career high in scoring with 12 first-half points. But Iowa, Bob, is just 2 of 12 from the three-point line. And you mentioned how poor their shooting was in the second half Wednesday night at Maryland. Unfortunately, at least in the first 20 minutes, they brought that bad shooting with them from our nation's capital.
No kidding. I mean, thinking about now what their percentage is over the last 2 halves. So that's 5 made threes and 28 three-point attempts. Woo. So that's 5 out of 28 over the last 2 halves for them. So just really, really poor three-point shooting from Iowa here as of late, and Purdue certainly being the benefactor here today in this first half. And it's probably, that's the difference really pretty much right now is Purdue being able to step up and knock down a couple more threes than the Hawkeyes. And you really like what Purdue's done in that half overall. Had full control, felt like some pretty good offensive and defensive action. Really liked coming back from a rebounding standpoint after being down early in the half, setting the tone and coming back and doing some really good stuff from an offensive rebounding standpoint to get extra opportunities, and up 6 on the rebounding margin overall. And also the turnovers. That was going to be something that was going to be really pivotal as part of this game. We know how good Iowa is from a turnover margin standpoint. They're the best in the Big Ten. They do a great job taking care of the ball, which we've seen tonight. Only 1 turnover against Purdue. But they also have the number 1 ranked defense from a steal standpoint in the Big Ten. And so you really worried, man, if Purdue turned it over a lot and Iowa took care of the ball, that turnover margin could get away from Purdue. Thankfully right now, Purdue just -2 from that vantage point because Purdue overall has done a tremendous job taking care of it with just 3 turnovers.
So what we saw on Tuesday night, Purdue shot 46 threes and 32s. Tonight, Purdue has shot 16 threes and 14 twos. The Boilermakers becoming a three-point specialist. At least is shooting a bunch of them anyway. Let's take a break. Purdue's up 36-25. We're at the half. Our Country Financial halftime report. When we come back, a look at the first half stats presented by Ruoff Home Mortgage. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation. Lafayette Limo.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
Keep winter where it belongs. On the road, not on your ride. Tsunami Express Car Wash blasts away snow, salt, slush, and grime for longest lasting shine and protection. Plus, free vacuums and DIY detailing tools make it easy to get rid of all that tracked in salt and winter grime. Get your first wash free when you sign up online at tsunamiexpress.com. proud partner of Purdue Athletics. Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Purdue 36, Iowa 25. Halftime from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is our halftime report brought to you by Country Financial. Let's take a look at the first half stats presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage is your local lender ready to help make your dream home a reality. To start your journey home, visit ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. Iowa, 8 of 28 shooting. That's just 28%. They were just 2 of 12 from 3. Made 7 of 11 foul shots. 17 total rebounds for Iowa. Bennett Sturch is their leading scorer with 7 points. Their second leading scorer is Trevin Urach, the freshman who rarely plays. This is only his 14th game of the year. Where would they be without him today? He normally plays 8 minutes a game when he gets in the game. He played 5 minutes of the first half, scored 6 points. Just one first half turnover for the Hawkeyes. 17 rebounds for Iowa. Purdue, 23 rebounds. The Boilermakers had just 3 turnovers, shot 13 of 30. That's just 43%. 6 of 16 from 3. 4 of 6 at the foul line. Purdue's leading scorer, Jakari Harris, who has already matched his career high. He has 12 first half points. Trey Kaufman-Wren had 6 points and 11 rebounds. Out-of-town scoreboard coming up next. It's our halftime report brought to you by Country Financial. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge. On the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Attention fans, do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the Michigan State Spartans on February 26th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at PurdueSports.com/basketballVIP and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity, brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
Welcome back here to the halftime show. Purdue leading the Iowa Hawkeyes on the road 36-25. Time now to take a look at our out-of-town scores. We'll start by looking at some of the Big Ten action being played here today. A couple games have already gone final in the Big Ten. The Oregon Ducks defeated the Penn State Nittany Lions at home 83-72. 7th-ranked Nebraska defeated Northwestern 68-49. second-ranked Michigan, who took down the UCLA Bruins 86-56 in decisive fashion. With Arizona, the number one ranked team in the country's loss this past week, you would expect the Wolverines to be ranked number one in the country on Monday, and they visit Mackey Arena Tuesday night. So that should be quite the evening in West Lafayette, Indiana. A couple other Big Ten games yet to tip off. One that's out of the Big Ten as far as the opponent goes, Ohio State taking on a non-conference opponent, 15th ranked Virginia, as part of the Nashville Hoops Showdown in Nashville, Tennessee. That game will tip at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Fox. And then one other Big Ten game later on this evening at 9 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. The Minnesota Golden Gophers going on the road to take on the Washington Huskies. We will have second half action when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge. On the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline. It's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
At Purdue Polytechnic, we don't just study technology, we build the future with it. From flight decks to design studios, from data labs to construction sites. Our students are hands-on, industry-ready, and powered by Purdue's persistent pursuit of innovation. This is where innovators, creators, and problem solvers make giant leaps every day. Purdue Polytechnic, the college for technology at Purdue University, where graduates are industry-ready day one.
We begin the second half, Purdue leading 36-25. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. Let's see if any lessons were learned from Tuesday night, Bob, when Purdue had a 22-point second half lead and let Nebraska come all the way back and force overtime.
Yeah, let's hope some lessons were learned, certainly by Purdue. Getting off to a hot start like we did at Nebraska to start the second half. I hope that lesson can be learned once again, because Fletcher Lawyer and Braden Smith hit back-to-back threes to start that second half to balloon the lead all the way up to 22 at Nebraska. I'll take another couple triple times to push this lead out to 17 points, but still, you do not want to get this big lead and then let it slip away. And we saw that happen at Nebraska. So Purdue's got to keep that foot on the gas the entirety of this second half. We talked about, you and I, before the game started, we want to see this Purdue team play a full 40 minutes of quality basketball. We've got 20 in the bank. Let's do 20 more.
You got to figure Iowa's not going to keep shooting like they are from three. 2 of 12 in the first half. They're a 37% three-point shooting team. See if Purdue can hold them down here in the second half as we resume action, and it is Iowa ball to start half number 2 as they go right to left here at Harvard Hawkeye. And it's Sturch to Banks, dribbling into the right elbow, kicking to the far left wing to Fulgaris, who starts the second half, finds Howard for an open 3 left corner, no, and it's rebounded by Purdue's Braden Smith. So Ben McCollum changes up the lineup a little bit. He puts Fulgaris in the lineup to start the second half, as well as Isaiah Howard to start half number 2. They were not in the starting lineup originally.
Thankfully, the cold shooting continues.
Purdue does have its original starting 5. Braden Smith, the lawyer, who's at the top of the key, gives it right back to Braden Smith with the shot clock at 7. He's between the circles. They're trying to trap him midcourt. Throws to Clough. Clough loses it. Shot clock's down to 2. Clough's going to have to fire up a crazy shot from mid. He made it! A 3 from the top of the key, I think. They're going to stop the game to double check. Oscar Clough, who hasn't attempted a 3 all season, in desperation from the top of the key, dribbling to the top of the key, threw up a wild contested shot, and it went in the basket. The question is, was it off of his fingertips before the red light had gone off on top of the bucket?
Wow, I felt like in real time it was, but it's going to be interesting to see what they say. I was clamoring for a Fletcher Lawyer 3, maybe a Braden Smith 3. I'll sign up for an OC, leaning 3 as the shot clock expires from the top of the key.
Oscar had been, nope, shot clock violation. Shot clock violation. They did double check it. So the first made 3 of the year for Oscar Clough is wiped off. Oh, my, I feel badly for Oscar. He made a 3. He made a 3. Well, we all saw it. It didn't really happen in the official stat sheet, but we saw it. And I can see Fulgaris having a good laugh with Clough now at the other end. And a steal. Braden Smith stole the inbound. Gives to Lawyer for a 3. He left it short, and Clough couldn't get the rebound. Oh, as we were resuming action, Braden Smith stole the inbounds pass. And he found a wide-open Fletcher Lawyer at the top of the key for a 3 ball, but he missed it. And then Clough hustling back into the play. Had it bounce off his right shoulder out of bounds. So Iowa has the ball after all of that nonsense. Purdue up 36-25. We played 1 minute of the second half. Fulgaris wants to drive in for the left elbow, and it's tipped out of bounds. Baseline left. Last touch by a Boilermaker with 15 on the shot clock.
Great job there. Braden Smith helping the helper on that drive. Oscar Clough came over, then Braden dropped down to take Oscar's man and knock that pass out of bounds.
Fulgaris dribbling in left baseline. Tries a skip pass, and it's stolen. Stolen by C.J. Cox. Purdue on the run. Fletcher Lawyer attacking Sturts. He will make the basket, and he's fouled as well. And one coming for Fletcher Lawyer, and it's the second foul of the game on Bennett Sturts, and it all happened with a C.J. Cox steal.
Yeah, how about that? Just 1 turnover from Iowa in the first half, and now you get 2 turnovers in succession with Braden Smith stealing that inbounds. Purdue doesn't capitalize on the Lawyer 3, but this time Lawyer capitalizes on another turnover as he gets 3 the old-fashioned way as he makes the free throw and streaks down the floor there in transition for that sweet little layup off the foul from Sturts.
At the line for an and 1, Fletcher made it. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and 1 from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus and see if and 1 is right for you. Here's a short floater missed in the painted area, rebounded by Clough of Purdue. Purdue on the run, all the way to the rim. Braden Smith with a layup going end to end. Iowa's going to take a timeout. Just the 3rd point of the game for Braden Smith. Bobby Riddell asked for a quick start to start the second half for Purdue. He got it. Purdue's up 41-25, 18-12 to go in the game as we pause. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Whether you're cheering for the Boilermakers or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling, our equipment designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Boilermaker fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just 1 organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. Here at Purdue, we believe in rising to the challenge. On the field, in the classroom, and in our communities. So why not rise to one more? Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Let saying yes to organ donation be your next giant leap.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
This is Daniel Jacobson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Fans win a prize pack with tickets to the Purdue-Michigan State game coming up February 26th at Mackey Arena. Go to PurdueSports.com/basketballVIP and register by February 17th. That's coming up, Feb 17, fans. If you want a chance to win. It's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics. Boilermakers have a lead of 41-25.
Gotta love that hot start, right? That's what we wanted coming out of this break. And Purdue's delivered, pushing that lead from 11 to 16. But as we discussed against Nebraska, Purdue kind of rested on their laurels, as you might say, and let that lead slip away. So still want to put that foot on the gas, and let's push this thing out to 20 plus and keep it rolling. Just got to keep executing offensively, getting good quality possessions, good looks, and then defensively, love the intensity we've come out with, kind of flying around, wreaking some havoc.
And it certainly feels like if Purdue can just, as you said, keep the foot on the accelerator, because Iowa just seems to be a team right now that's really struggling emotionally.
Yes.
They just don't have a whole lot of oomph to them right now. Purdue needs to try to keep it that way. Iowa, the Bulls ran out of the timeout. Manyata Fulgueres down low to Sage, and he was fouled as he dove to the basket. If that's on Clough, it's not. Braden Smith. Second foul on Braden Smith. I was about to say if it's on a Clough, it's his third. Instead, two on Braden Smith. Ball will be inbounded baseline left by the Hawkeyes.
You're right, though. It does feel like the Iowa is searching a little bit. They're playing some different lineups, going with some different guys. They're searching for something that's going to work.
They really want to get their crowd involved. Their first sellout of the season. Hawson, high perimeter right with the ball above his head. Dribbles top of the key, kick in the left corner. Sage will fake a three from there. He'll drive in. He'll shoot a bank shot and score. Sage drove in from the left corner to score. First scoring of the game for Sage, the freshman who's from Weatherford, Oklahoma. Purdue's ahead 41-27. Purdue the Bull. Purdue wearing anthracite uniforms here on the road with the gold numerals and lettering. Here's Cox, left corner. Left wing to Lawyer, back to Cox, left corner. Now top of the key, Coffin-Wren gives a tray to Braden Smith, I should say. He drives, kicks it out for a C.J. Cox three. Straight away, a triple time. C.J. Cox, his first made three of the game. C.J. is only shooting 28% from three in Big Ten competition, but his three gives Purdue a 44-27 lead. 17-point advantage for the Boilermakers. Sturts, chest pass left side, Hawson. Hawson dribbles in, throws high right arc, caught by Sage. Sage dribbles once with the left hand, will give it to Mannion, top of the key. Now to Hawson. Hawson coming downhill, stopping at the left elbow. Shooting a crazy shot, rebounded Oscar Clough. That's what you want Hawson to do, shoot two-pointers, because he's a three-point specialist. He rarely shoots the two. Coffin-Wren is open underneath the basket. Knocked out of bounds from Sturts and an excellent defensive recovery. Sturts saved what would have been an easy layup for Coffin-Wren, tipping it out of bounds. Baseline right, Purdue keeps the ball. 22 on the shot clock.
Another sweet delivery by Braden Smith there. TKR didn't see Sturts coming from behind him to get that block before he could get it up on the window. But once again, Braden's driving down the center lane, drawing traffic, and then whipping a pass across his body to TKR.
6-11. There's Cox, a three, right corner. Another triple time. How is Cox wide open in the corner on a baseline inbound? Iowa coach Ben McCollum is asking himself the same question. There wasn't anyone within, I'll say, from here to Des Moines. From C.J. Cox on the triple.
Tate Sage, who was guarding C.J., didn't even know C.J. had the ball until that ball was about halfway to the basket, leaving C.J.'s hand.
Purdue leads by 20. Hawson a three straight away. Bangs in and out, no good. Fulgueres had it. Lost it. Taken out of there by Braden Smith. Here come the Boilermakers on the run. Left to right. Purdue wants to push the tempo. Now Braden Smith sets up offense. Gives to Kaufman-Wren. He's on the right elbow. Kick it in the left corner for a three from Cox. This one no good. CJ thought he was going to knock in three in a row. That one goes begging. Rebounded. Iowa. Purdue leads 47-27. Sturtz is at the free throw line extended. Gives it up to Urok. Urok, the freshman, who had a steal. A steal by Clough and a run out. And then tipped away from behind by Sturtz out of bounds. Clough was thinking about how he was going to dunk the ball, and Sturtz caught him from behind. It'll be Purdue ball when we come back. The Boilermakers lead by 20 with 15 and a half to play. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Flex Technology Group helps leading edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit our website, flextg.com. That's FLEXTG.com.
Lafayette Limo, family-owned, women-owned, serving Greater Lafayette for over 33 years. Shuttles to and from Indianapolis and O'Hare airports 365 days a year. Make your reservations now at LafayetteLimo.com. Charters of all sizes anywhere in the continental USA. Lafayette Limo, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Just sit back and let us drive. There's no need to compromise. Your ride to relaxation. Lafayette Limo.
You've worked hard, and you've got what it takes. Purdue Global was built specifically for working adults, so earning a degree you can be proud of is achievable. If you want to start right away, you can. New terms start every month. If you want to go fast, you can. Some of our degrees offer an accelerated Excel track. If you want to go slow, you can. Our advisors can guide you. Whatever you're balancing, Purdue Global is invested in your success. Now is your chance to prove you've got what it takes. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neo Vision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Purdue 47, Iowa 27. 15:30 remains in the game in Iowa City. The 2025-26 Purdue basketball season is presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Braden Smith, Purdue's leading scorer, has only 3 points in the game. But what he does have is 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and only 1 turnover. And turnovers have been the story of the second half in favor of Purdue, Bob.
It sure has. It's been great to see Purdue finally have some active hands and cause some havoc defensively. 3 turnovers now for Iowa in this second half after they only had 1 in the first half. And that's been a big part of why Iowa has a 2-minute scoring drought. This half, they've just really struggled shooting the ball, but then they've also struggled taking care of the ball. You know, in the first half, at least they weren't turning it over, even though they were shooting the ball poorly. But now they're combining the turnovers with the poor shooting struggles, and it's allowed this Purdue team to continue to push this lead out. CJ Cox with a couple huge triple times on the offensive end for Purdue, and then Oscar Clough, what a play defensively. He gets switched on to Bennett Sturtz, and so he's worried about Sturtz getting it back from a mismatch standpoint, so he got out in the passing lane and got the steal.
Purdue the ball baseline right as we resume play. Let your lawyer have it, sitting near the Hawkeye logo. Kick in the right corner for Benter. Benter drives in on Urok and stops, throws it into Clough and turned it over. Tried to throw it into traffic, and it's a steal. Howard the steal for the Iowa Hawkeyes, and Iowa the ball. Sturtz right to left in his white uniform. Urok fakes the 3. He made one of those earlier in the game. He throws a terrible pass that's going to come off of the backboard right into the hands for Manyow for a layup. Urok's lob hit the backboard and went right into the hands of Manyow, and I can promise you he wasn't trying to do it like that.
Heck no. That was a missile that just got rifled off of the backboard. Wow.
Cox perimeter right, top of the key, Oscar Clough. That's a pass that missed so badly, it worked out perfectly. Boilermakers with it, lobbing it into Clough, and he's fouled by Sturts. That'll be 3 on Bennett Sturts. Again, Sturts so important to this Iowa team. He's a guy that scored 2,100 points in his career. He was All-American last year at Drake. He's well on his way to being a first-team All-Big Ten performer this year. He has 3 fouls. He stays in the game. Purdue the ball with 14:35 remaining. Cox a 3, point left. Another triple time. C.J. Cox.
My goodness, CJ struggled mightily from 3 for most of Big Ten play, but now late in the Nebraska game and now here in Iowa, he's gotten red hot.
He was shooting 28% from 3 coming into the day, Bob. He's made 3 in this one. Sturts, follow away, good from the right block about 6 feet away. Bennett Sturts dribbled himself into an open shot. Purdue 50, Iowa 31 with 14:07 to go in a game.
Impressive fadeaway there from Sturts, but the Hawkeyes, they can't be trading baskets here with the Boilers based on this deficit.
Yeah, that's why Purdue has to keep scoring. Clough with a dribble handoff to Cox. Cox guarded by Sturts, who crawls right up inside of him. Left side, Benter. Shot clock at 6. Now to Braden Smith, top of the key. Braden will drive. Kick to Benter for a 3 in the left corner. Triple time! Jumping jack. Splash.
Oh, baby. Jack gave it up to Braden, and Braden knows how to create opportunities for his teammates. Drives that left seam and kicks it out to JB.
And a foul on Clough trying to guard a ball screen with Sturts. 3rd foul on Clough. Well, here we are again, Bob, a 22-point second-half lead. See if Purdue has learned a lesson from Tuesday night at Nebraska.
You're right. How about that? It's a similar level performance, and hopefully Purdue can stay sharp here to close it.
Yurok dribbled once to the high right point, picked up that dribble, and we'll give it to Banks. Banks will shoot a 3, missed terribly. Barely grazed the left side of the rim, rebounded by Braden Smith. Smith on the run. Jakari Harris fakes a 3 right wing, swing it left wing to Benter. Benter wants to drive on Yurok. Kick in the right corner for Cox. An open 3, triple time! C.J. Cox, his 4th made 3 of the game, and Purdue has pushed out the lead to 56-31.
How about the Boilers and the perimeter shooting? And Jack Benner, what creativity at that power forward spot to be able to make plays off the dribble.
Yurok faking a 3 left wing, driving in on Jacobson, attacking, missing terribly. Long rebound for Braden Smith. Here comes Purdue on the run, left to right. Braden Smith says, let's go, fellas. A lob for Jacobson. He got clobbered by Yurok as the pass was arriving. First foul on Yurok. What a fine Braden Smith. He is such a skilled passer. He was high left arc, threw the ball across his body to Daniel Jacobson, who was on the right block. And it would have been a layup had Yurok not clobbered Jacobson.
It's just the presence of mind he has. He's sprinting in transition. He sees C.J. Cox sprinting the left wing, so he starts dribbling his direction because he's like, I know C.J.'s hot. Let's find him. C.J.'s unavailable.
Speaking of C.J. in the right corner, in and out, no good. Oh, I thought he was going to make another one. Manyao rebounds for Iowa.
That was halfway down, Robert.
Sturts high right wing, guarded closely by Braden Smith with 12:20 remaining in a game. Howard will drive for Iowa, and he turned it over, tried to bounce pass to a cutting teammate. Oh, they say Purdue touched it last. He bounced it out of bounds, but the outer official said last touch by a Purdue player.
It was such a bad pass because the Iowa guy cutting baseline had a step or 2 on CJ, but it was such a poor pass.
Well, here's a steal from Jakari Harris on the inbound. So Purdue was going to get it anyway, I guess. A takeaway, Jakari Harris with a steal. He's been good at that this season. He
kind of unraveling here.
By the way, 23 steals on the season now for Jakari. Braden Smith wants to drive, got into the paint. If he was fouled by Sturts, I think he was. That's number 4 on Bennett Sturts. It is 4 fouls on Bennett Sturts, who has 11 points in the game, but boy, he's really had to work on him for those points today. He had 19 against Purdue in the game at Mackey Arena. 12:01 to play. Braden Smith will inbound. Throws it inside to Benter, wide open for a layup. Jacobson cut to the front of the rim, which brought 2 defenders with him, which left Benter wide open for a layup on the right side. What a play drawn up for an out-of-bounds play for the Boilermakers. Purdue leads 58-31. Sturts faking a 3 on the deep left wing. Now throwing it inside of Manyao. Manyao from the left block. Will he attack Jacobson? He will. Shot blocked. And a foul on the second reload. Yes, Maniac got the first one, tried to reload it, and was fouled by, looks like Jakari Harris. We have a timeout on the floor. Some of the Iowa fans already headed to the exits. What a day it's been for the Boilermakers to this point. 58-31 with 11:33 to play. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years, Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you, and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
At Electric Plus, our mission is simple: to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana. From new construction to modernization, commercial, industrial, and service repair, we lead the way with quality and innovation. We're proud to be locally owned and 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, giving every team member a personal stake in delivering exceptional service. With offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington, we serve our communities with pride, offering 24/7 emergency coverage when it matters most. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. And always, boiler up.
Attention fans, do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the Michigan State Spartans on February 26th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at PurdueSports.com/basketballVIP and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity, brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
This is Sasha Stefanovic, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball with Rob Blackman and Bobby Buckets Riddell.
Sasha's been on a heater today, drawing up the baseline inbounds plays, because Purdue seems to be getting a wide-open look on every single one of those baseline inbounds. Purdue up 51-31, 11:33 to go in the game. Rob Blackman with my broadcast partner, Bobby Riddell. On-site audio engineer is Wes Scott. Engineering for us back in the studio, Keaton Brightwell. Purdue's up 27 on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Three-point shooting has certainly helped Purdue today. At the moment, Purdue's 11 of 24. How about Purdue has attempted 24 threes and 18 twos? Matt Painter tried telling me in the pregame interview that this is not the new Purdue. We're not just going to start firing up threes all the time. I got to tell you what, Coach, the statistical information would say different.
Well, you got to take what the defense gives you, Rob.
That's what Coach said.
Right now, the defense has given Purdue a lot of looks from the triple time arc, and Purdue, unlike against Nebraska, is paying these off. C.J. Cox with 4 triples this game, his 4th career game with 4 threes or more, one off of his game high, made 5 last year against Nebraska, and then Jack Benner just buried a 3 in the left corner not too long ago, so you love seeing these Purdue perimeter players having a lot of success from downtown.
Maniau had 13 points in the first meeting against Purdue back on January 14th. He makes a free throw here and missed the second one. Oh, missed it badly, and Banks rebounds and then had it blocked by Jacobson.
Patty cake.
Banks thought he was going to have an easy layup, and Daniel Jacobson said, nah, I don't think so. Purdue has the ball here. Maniau only a 61% foul shooter, so maybe not a surprise he only made 1 of 2. Here's Jack Benner, perimeter left, shooting a 3 on a catch and shoot. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Iowa's Cam Maniau. Boy, there's a lot of contact in the low post. Matt Painter is begging for a foul against Jacobson, who's getting thrown around in there.
It was like an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. The guy just had 2 hands in his chest.
Coach Painter's like, why are we not calling a foul here? And now there's a foul on Jacobson on Banks driving and shooting. And now Coach Painter's going right to official DJ Carson and saying, how are you not calling a foul down here? My guy is getting clobbered in the low post.
I think the official just said, my bad, coach, my bad.
Well, too late now.
And coach is like, I understand it's your bad, but we got to call that. It was obvious.
You can't just beat the heck out of those guys down there. Banks at the foul line. He is an 81% foul shooter. Makes the first. We remember earlier in the game, Banks missed 2 foul shots, but Purdue couldn't get the rebound. He rarely misses foul shots. Banks also born on April the 1st. Isn't that crazy? Iowa has 2 players on their team that were born on April Fool's Day. Banks and Fulgaris. Of all the interesting statistics one could find today, Banks made the second foul shot. Banks was born April 1st, 2003. Fulgaris, April 1st, 2005. As Omer Meyer subs in for Jack Venter.
You do wonder if Iowa will start here soon to try to ramp up some full court pressure, just because this game is starting to get away from them from a time standpoint. If they don't start to speed things up, I know they are traditionally a very slow-paced team, but there's only so many possessions left in this game.
They're staying in the half-court man-to-man of the Hawkeyes. Inside it goes to Trey Coffin. He is triple-teamed, and there's a foul call. Purdue's happy about that. Koch was too aggressive. Second foul on Cooper Koch, the redshirt freshman from Peoria. The only returning scholarship player left over from Fran McCaffrey's Hawkeyes from a year ago. Purdue inbounding baseline right. Braden Smith, the inbounder, throws it way out high near midcourt. Caught by Trey Coffin over his right shoulder. He'll give to Omer Meyer, who's guarded by Sturtz. And he tried the pocket pass. Excellent hustle here. It goes out of bounds right in front of the Purdue bench. Excellent hustle. Manyow dove for it to try to save it, but couldn't get to it. Purdue keeps the ball with 14 on the shot clock. 10:32 on the game clock.
Coach Painter was maybe going to scoop up that loose ball like a shortstop for a second, but then he thought otherwise.
What are you talking about? He's the same age as I am. We can't get bent down like that and scoop up the ball. What's wrong with you? It's Braden Smith with 8 on the shot clock. Banks is guarding him and fouled him. Banks got too aggressive on the dribble drive. Team foul number 6 on the Hawkeyes. Banks really ratcheted up the on-ball defense, but got a little too aggressive. Purdue will inbound right in front of our broadcast position. We sit right beside the Purdue bench. Purdue needs somebody to take the ball out of bounds. Jakari says, I'll take it. And here we go. 10:25 remains in the game. Purdue's leading 58-34. And here's Braden Smith off a screen from Trey Coffin-Rin. Throws it into Trey Coffin-Rin. Now is dove to the basket, and he goes strong. Scores. Again, Purdue wanted a foul called. All kinds of contact. The bucket counts. No foul. Purdue's up 60-34. A lob inside to Koch for Iowa. Blocked by Jacobson. Koch got it back. Another block in this game for Daniel Jacobson. His 3rd of the game. Fulgaris driving. He's fouled by Trey Coffin-Rin at the right block. First foul on Trey Coffin-Rin.
And then Daniel just blocked that shot to the 3rd row after the foul. He was like, there's no and one going to be happening here. I am full-on SWAT team at the moment.
Iowa inbounding baseline left. Now 40 blocks on the year for Jacobson. 40, with 3 of them coming in this game. We're under 10 minutes to go. Trey Coffin-Rin almost stole the ball perimeter right from Sturtz. Sturtz got it back. Gives to Koch for a 3, and he made it. Cooper Koch, his first made 3 of the game. It's his first bucket of the game. Purdue's up 60-37 with 9:35 remaining. That stinks for Trey Coffin-Rin because he was so close to stealing the ball from Sturtz.
Right, he's in a tough mismatch situation there from one of the best point guards in the country. About takes his ball, and then it always works that way, right? It becomes a broken play, and of course Koch hits a 3 from like 3 feet behind the line.
Ends up being wide open. Inside right block extended Trey Coffin-Rin. Manyow trying to guard him in the low post. Passing out of it, the Boilermakers. Here's Omer Meyer, perimeter left. Koch is on him. Better shoot a 3. He does. Missed it. Shot clock was expiring. Jacobson rebounds, and then he got hammered by Manyow. And then Jacobson falls over Fulgaris, who had fallen down behind Jacobson. Now, Fulgaris wasn't intentionally trying to trip Daniel, but because Fulgaris had fallen down at the feet of Daniel, when Daniel got pushed, he simply fell over Fulgaris.
But then I think what happened is after Daniel fell on him, I think Fulgaris may have kicked Daniel, not really appreciating that Daniel fell on him, even though it wasn't Daniel's fault.
Well, the officials are going to take another look. I did not see that part, so thank you, partner, because I didn't see that part. But as Jacobson got fouled in the low post, he then was losing his balance, and he fell backwards. And again, just terrible placement by Fulgaris, who had also fallen down, but he had fallen down behind Daniel. So Daniel is falling backwards, trips over Fulgaris, falls hard to the ground.
And it probably hurt. I'm sure for Fulgaris, it probably hurt Daniel landing on him. But you can't take offense to the point where then you lash out and do something to Daniel, which I think may have happened. That seemed to be, I didn't actually see it, but that's what it seemed like our bench was clamoring about.
Gotcha.
So we'll see if they determine that happened by Fulgaris. But how about Daniel Jacobson? How about Purdue's bench as a whole? Purdue's bench as a whole has just been phenomenal this game. But Daniel really providing some quality activity at the center position.
9:05 to go in the game. Purdue 60, Iowa 37. Have you seen? It sure looks on the replay to me, Bob, like there was a kick. But was it an intentional kick? Foul on Manyow, by the way, on the original foul. And no upgrade to a flagrant one. So, again, when I say look like a kick, you have to understand I'm looking through about 5 different bodies here. And it didn't certainly look like an intentional quick kick, almost kind of a knee-jerk reaction. But the officials certainly are much better at adjudicating this kind of stuff than I. They look at it, they say, yep, we'll play on here. So Daniel Jacobson will be at the foul line with a 1-and-1.
Yeah, one of those calls that, let's hope, knock on wood, because of the differential here on the scoreboard, the determination there, whether flagrant or not, shouldn't hopefully matter, as Purdue's got a sizable lead. But definitely one of those, if it was a closer game, would be under much more scrutiny, you would think.
Jacobson, a 1-and-1. In and out, no good, and Manyow will rebound for the Hawkeyes. 6th rebound of the game from Manyow, a team high. Trey Kaufman-Wren has 11 rebounds for Purdue. Manyow drives into the paint, lost it, got it back, throws it out high to Fulgaris. He was under the bucket, but did not want to try to go at Jacobson. Fulgaris inside to Manyow, this time he'll dunk. That time Manyow didn't have Jacobson hanging around the bucket, so he aggressively dunked it home, and it's 60-39. Purdue a lead with 8:35 to play.
Well, Braden Smith on the mismatch there with Fulgaris tried to gamble and get that strip, and he gambled and didn't get it, and that put Purdue's defense in a world of hurt.
Tip ball goes out of bounds, baseline right, last touch by Iowa. Again, Purdue needs to keep the foot here on the accelerator. Leading by 21 with 8:25 to go.
Especially since I just tried to announce or jinx it by saying that the differential was so sizable, things don't matter anymore.
3 in the left corner off the inbound from Omer Meyer. A triple, his second made 3. Purdue leads 63-39.
Wow, Omer Meyer, that was pretty high degree of difficulty and pretty contested. What a shot.
Sturtz baseline right, scores from 18 away. Bennett Sturtz with a bucket. Purdue in the second half, 3-point shooting has been lights out here in Iowa City.
Yeah, 54.5% from Purdue this half from downtown.
Boilermakers the ball, under 8 minutes to go in a game. Top of the key for Omer Meyer. He's on the Hawkeye logo midcourt. Almost stepped over the 10-second barrier, but kept his balance. Now works his way to the top of the key with Manyow on him. And Kaufman-Wren fouled in underneath the bucket as he and Koch were wrestling. Timeout on the floor for immediate timeout, and that's probably good. I think both teams need to go to their bench and catch their breath and collectively gather themselves. When we come back, it'll be a 1-and-1 for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue leads 63-41, 7:42 to play in the game. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If you're a true Boilermakers fan, then you know the real season starts before the first game. Same goes for your home field. No matter how you're planning on managing your acreage, Case IH can help you hit the ground running. Mowing, digging, hauling, and more, our machines are built to handle whatever your land demands. Talk to your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to win big at home, season after successful season.
Boilermaker fans, keep your eyes on the court and on your vision. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical are proud to be the official eye care provider of Purdue Athletics. Get advanced eye exams and vision testing at 15 Indiana locations, plus a wide selection of contacts, glasses, and sunglasses. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical will help you see every game clearly. Visit eteyecare.com to schedule your appointment today. Evans & Taylor Eye Care Group and Neovision Optical, where Boilermakers go for better vision.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
The Tom Wood Auto Group has been family owned and operated since 1967, proudly serving Indiana drivers for generations. With over a dozen brands and thousands of vehicles in stock, you'll find the right car, truck, or SUV for your next adventure, all backed by a name you can trust. Wherever you visit us, you'll find the same commitment to quality, integrity, and exceptional service. Visit TomWood.com for any of our convenient locations today. It's all good at Tom Wood.
7:42 remaining in the game. Purdue leading 63-41 at Iowa. Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Bex Hybrids, Purdue Global, BW Fusion, Riley Children's Health, Indiana Packers Corporation, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Wabash, and State Farm Insurance. Each are great partners of Purdue Athletics. As we resume play, Trey Kaufman-Renn will be at the line for a 1-and-1 for the Boilermakers after he and Koch got tangled a moment ago. It was interesting during that timeout. Official Keith Kimball, I was watching him. He came right to the Purdue huddle, asked Coach Painter if he could enter the huddle. Coach Painter said yes, and he went right up to Trey Kaufman-Renn and had something to say. Now, I don't know what he said. Maybe as simple as, hey, we need to cool it here a little bit so this doesn't get out of hand. But he did at least do a good piece of officiating there to step in there and tell Trey, let's settle down.
Well, I wonder what could have been a piece of it, too. After the foul was called on Koch, Koch had frustration and kind of shoved Trey away from him. And I do wonder if he was like, hey, Trey, let's not retaliate here on anything that happened as Trey switches the first free throw there.
9 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. What a day rebounding-wise, 11 for him. After he had 19 rebounds Tuesday night in Lincoln, Nebraska. And he made the second foul shot. So 30 rebounds in the last 2 games for Trey Kaufman-Renn. I think that's probably pretty good. I'm no expert. That sure seems like a pretty good deal. 65-41 Purdue. Howard to a cutting Sturtz. Pulls up from 12. Scores with a floater. Now Bennett Sturtz starting to find some offense. He has 13 points. Purdue's up 65-43 with 7:20 remaining. Iowa stays in a half-court man-to-man defense. Iowa has gotten more physical defensively here in the second half.
Maybe they're ramping up the pressure for sure.
Maybe to their detriment. Daniel trying to cut, was being held, didn't get a call. Again, Matt Painter losing his mind over here. Fulgaris fouls a driving Omer Meyer. Coach Painter is livid with the officials. We saw that play. Daniel was trying to dive to the bucket from the top of the key and was literally being held with 2 hands by Tavion Banks, and no call was made. To the foul line goes Omer Meyer with a 1-and-1.
There's that fine line, right, where there has to be some level of freedom of movement when you're trying to cut off the ball, and Daniel has not had a lot of that today.
Omer missed the foul shot. He had been 11 of 16 foul shooting before that miss. 7 minutes to go in the game. 22-point Purdue lead. Iowa the ball. Right to left are the Hawkeyes here. Sturtz. Left side to Banks. He'll drive, he'll dunk. That was too easy. Straight line drive. Tavion Banks. Now it's a 20-point lead with 6:40 to go.
An excellent hesitation dribble there by Tavion Banks. Got Fletcher Loyer to raise up out of his stance for a half second, and then he was able to speed dribble with that right hand down the lane line.
Braden Smith throws the ball behind him to Loyer. Now inside to Daniel Jacobson. Shooting with his right hand, missing a hook shot. Banyal rebounded, then he was fouled by Jacobson. Team foul number 6 against the Boilermakers for Daniel, his third. That'll get Oscar Clough up and off the bench. Boy, Matt Painter again. I tell you, he's about as animated as I've seen him in a while with the officials. He is saying, how did you not see the foul on Jacobson there as he was shooting the hook shot? We play on.
Coach Painter trying to give a piece of his mind to the officials, feeling like Daniel just getting wrapped up.
And there's the ball thrown into the right corner, caught by Banks, given to Manial, who's on the right arc. Shot clock's at 15. Manial back to Banks. Banks right block. Kick it out to Fulgaris. Drives in from the left arc, does Fulgaris. Shoots a right-handed hook shot, left is short. Rebound picked up by whom? It's still loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor. Everyone's diving for it. It's going to stay in play and get picked up by Omer Meyer of Purdue. Some excellent hustle by the Boilermakers and the Hawkeyes on that particular play. It ended up in the hands of the Purdue Boilermakers. 20-point lead, 5:40 to go. Purdue the ball left to right, anthracite uniforms. Braden Smith, perimeter left, picked up the dribble wearing his pink sneakers. Now to Lawyer between the circles. He's wearing white shoes. Right side, Omer Meyer, a three. Short. He's wearing black sneakers. And Sturts rebounds for Iowa. Here go the Hawks right to left. We're at 5:20 to go in a game. Sturts, three off the dribble, left wing, good. Now Bennett Sturts is heating up, and it's a 17-point game with 5:15 to play. Clock ticking. Do the Hawkeyes have one last run left in them?
That starts his first made three of the game, just 1 for 4. But he got free there off that ball screen. Not a great hedge.
He's a 40% three-point shooter. Lawyer attempted a three and got crushed by Manial. He shot faked and Manial took the bait. And this will be 3 free throws for Fletcher Lawyer. Second foul on Manial.
Oh, Fletch, he knew what was coming his way. He had to take the punishment. Yeah. When Manial was in the air, Fletch was like, I really want to shoot this ball so I can get 3 free throws. But if I don't brace myself and actually have to go into a shooting motion, I'm going to get clobbered. And, man, he hit the ground hard as he swishes the first free throw. But he didn't have the capability to try to get out of the way because he wanted those 3 free throws to earn those. So he had to kind of jump straight up and just launch the ball at the rim as Manial just landed right on top of him.
Fletcher makes the first 2. 87% foul shooter is Fletcher. 11 points in a game for Fletcher. He had 18 at Nebraska Tuesday. And Manial, by the way, is 6'9", 250. So when you are bracing yourself for that contact, you're bracing for a defensive end from the NFL to clobber you. Lawyer made all 3. Purdue extends the lead to 68-48. We're under 5 minutes remaining. Here's Hawson bringing it up the floor right to left. Hawson, I should say, to Sturts. Sturts, right side to Isaiah Howard. Howard wants to drive on Braden Smith. Does, kicks in the corner for Hawson. He makes a 3. That's what Hawson does. 3-point specialist is Brendan Hawson. That's his first made 3 of this game. Purdue up 68-51 with 4.5 to go. And again, Iowa just settles back into half-court D. They're not really trying to push the tempo here, trailing by a big number late. Lawyer throws it inside to Clough, and he was fouled from behind by Manial, which will send to the foul line Oscar Clough with 2 foul shots. Third foul on Manial. How about Oscar Clough hasn't scored in this game? He does have 3 rebounds. He's coming off the game where he had 10 offensive rebounds against Nebraska on Tuesday. He had 14 rebounds total to go with 12 points. And Clough will bend the knees. He'll shoot the first foul shot and make it. Oscar is a 68% foul shooter.
Now everyone that's played is at least 1 point in this game, as Oscar was scoreless prior to this trip.
Second one, also nothing but net for Oscar Clough, who's over 1,000 points in his career. 70-51, Purdue the lead, 4:15 to go, clock ticking, Iowa the ball. Howard driving, coming down the left side of the paint, stopping on the block. Finds cutting Manial, who's in the middle of the paint. He dribbles all the way back out to the top of the key for some reason. To Hawson. Hawson wants to lob for Manial. Caught it and count the basket in a foul. This will be an and 1 potentially for Manial. Foul on Fletcher Lawyer is his first. But it will put Manial, who now has 7 points at the line. Clock stopped with 4:02 to go. Purdue leading 70-53.
just poor communication there on the late switch between Kaufman, Wren, and Lawyer. Lawyer, because of the poor communication, as he switches on to Maniau, he's just really late.
Maniau made the foul shot, not easily. Bounced around a couple of times, bounced in the basket. We're under 4 minutes to go. It's a 16-point Purdue lead. Purdue not out of the woods yet here. But again, Iowa just keeps retreating to half-court defense, allowing Purdue to take time off the clock. Not really trying to push the tempo at all. Clough with a catch, top of the key. Guarded closely by Banks. Will hand off to Braden Smith. Braden gives to Lawyer. He's at the top of the key. Now to Clough. Left elbow. Right side, Cox. Shot clock at 3. Cox, a step back 3 on the right wing is long. Rebounded by Braden Smith, who throws it into Trey Kaufman-Wren, who lays it into the basket. Another offensive rebound leads to a basket. And the Boilermakers are up 72-54.
Braden Smith, his 11th assist. He has been phenomenal setting the table.
And he hasn't needed to score the ball today. Hawson misses a 3. Rebounded Clough. 4th rebound of the game for Clough. Purdue's up 72-54 with 3 minutes to go in the bowl game. Clock is ticking. Purdue's closing in on their 21st win of the season. And a foul in the front court. It'll go against Isaiah Howard. And we have a timeout on the floor. Purdue 72, Iowa 54. 2:59 to go. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
Whether you're flying to cheer for the Boilermakers at a game or flying for business, there's a smarter way to travel. United Airlines now deports daily from Purdue University Airport to Chicago O'Hare, connecting you to over 200 destinations worldwide. Skip the drive and stress of departing from a large airport and fly LAF from the new Amelia Earhart Terminal in West Lafayette with easy parking and quick check-in. Fly local, fly LAF. Learn more at purdue.edu/airport.
Boiler up, farmers! As Purdue dominates the court this year, BW Fusion is helping Indiana farmers dominate their fields. We're farmer first, delivering crop nutrition products and data designed for one thing: doing more with less. Less in, more out. That's not just a tagline. It's how we farm now. So whether you're at Mackey or in the Combine, team up with BW Fusion and start growing smarter. Visit bwfusion.com to learn more.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
2:59 remains in the game. Purdue 72, Iowa 54. Purdue fans, please stay tuned for our First Merchants postgame show. Bobby Riddell will visit with head coach Matt Painter. We'll hear that conversation. I'll give you the final stats, plus we'll look ahead to the game that's coming up on Tuesday, which is starting to loom really big in the Big Ten standings. Michigan at Purdue Tuesday night. That's if Purdue can hold on here with 2:59 remaining. Iowa has not beaten Purdue here in Carver Hawkeye since December of 2020. If they want to beat the Boilermakers tonight, they're going to have to make a late push. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. At the foul line, Braden Smith, who has only 3 points in the game. But that does not mean he has not been impactful on the offensive end. 11 assists in this game for Braden Smith. He came in averaging 8.7 assists per game. And he steps to the line with 2 foul shots here. Braden against Nebraska Tuesday, 13 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. And he makes the first foul shot. 4 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists tonight for Braden Smith. He'll dribble once, he'll let it fly, and he made the second one. Bounced off the front of the rim and into the basket. Purdue's up 20 with 2:59 to go. 74-54. Purdue trying to sweep Iowa in the regular season series this year. Manial, left elbow, dribbled once, picked it up, Cluff's all over him. And a steal. Steal for Jakari Harris. Jakari had 12 first-half points for Purdue, matching his career high. He has not scored here in the second half, but boy, what an impact he had in the first 20 minutes. And Purdue the ball, we're down to 2.5 to go. Kaufman-Wren, high left wing with a catch, chest pass left side to Braden Smith. Now to Cox, catch and shoot 3, right wing, it's long. And Howard rebounds for the Hawkeyes. CJ's made 4 threes in the game today. He has 14 points. Sturtz a catch and shoot 3, left wing. It is true. Second made 3 of the game for Bennett Sturtz. We're down to 2 minutes to go, and Purdue leading by 17.
How about that? Bennett Sturtz has 19 points, the same amount that he had in Mackey Arena. Just kind of always finds a way to get close to that average. I guess that's why it's an average.
That's why. You would think a guy with an accounting degree like yourself.
I put 2 and 2 together eventually there.
Braden Smith against Hawson, gets to the paint, shoots a floater. Nope, it was too long, but rebounded by Trey Kaufman-Wren, and now Purdue can burn another 20 seconds if they wish. We're down to 90 seconds to play. Purdue up 74-57. Trey Kaufman-Wren, 12 points, 12 rebounds.
Is that his first rebound in the second half then?
No. Driving. Braden Smith into Clough. Bank shot right. Block good. It bounced around a couple of times. Finally went into the basket. 4 points for Oscar Clough. Another assist for Braden Smith. Purdue's up 76-57 with 1:10 to go.
I was thinking he had 11 rebounds at the half for some reason.
Inside to Banks. Kick it left corner. Now to Hawson. A catch and shoot 3 left wing. It's no good. Rebounded by Jakari Harris. And then he and Manial banged into one another. Hopefully they're both okay. They were both fighting for a loose ball rebound. They literally ran into one another face to face. Manial up slowly. Harris up slowly. They both give each other a pat on the chest. That was not malicious in any way. It was just 2 guys going hard for a loose ball. And we walk to the other end for a Jakari Harris free throw opportunity. Jakari, if he can make 1 of 2, will have a career high in scoring.
Rob, I just double-checked. I was right. Trey had 11 first-half rebounds.
Are you sure?
And he just got his first second-half rebound. He's got 12 now for the game. So he's had his hands on a ton of balls here this half. He just has not been able to corral.
And there's a made free throw. Jakari Harris, a career high. Bob. You've been with me how many? 5 years? 6 years? Remember, you never correct the play-by-play guy. No matter how wrong he is.
I should have learned my lesson by now.
Jakari made them both. And a career high 14 points for Jakari Harris.
I said it nicely, though.
You did. You put it
mean,
nicely. Purdue up 78-57. The Boilermakers are going to improve to 11-3 in the conference and stay firmly in second place in the league standings. Iowa's going to lose their second in a row. They lost to Maryland midweek on a Wednesday night. That game was at Maryland. 4 on the shot clock. Sturtz a catch and shoot 3. Nope, off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by, I think we're going to have a foul. Omer Meyer tried to rebound over one of the Hawkeyes and went on the back. And did not get said rebound. Instead got a foul. Which will put Joey Mattione, who's playing in just his 11th game all season at the foul line. Mattione to shoot a 1-and-1 here for Iowa. Mattione on the year has attempted only 2 free throws. Oh, my goodness. He almost banked it in. He missed it. He nearly broke the bankboard with that rebound. Rebounded by Oscar Clough. Oscar's 5th rebound, and Purdue can dribble it out, and this game will go final. Purdue's going to win 78-57. The Boilermakers are going to improve to 21-4, 11-3 in the Big Ten. And they're going to set up a monster matchup with Michigan Tuesday night at Mackey Arena. Purdue 78, Iowa 57. That is the final. The Boilermakers beat Iowa in Mackey Arena 79-72. Today in Iowa City, they win 78-57. Purdue holds an opponent to under 60 points. When Purdue holds the opponent to 59 or less, in the last 36 times they've done it, Purdue's 36-0. That includes today. The final, Purdue 78, Iowa 57. Our First Merchants postgame show begins when we come back. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Boilermaker fans, it's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. Let's go, Boilermakers! SeatGeek.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Keystone Cooperative understands that your family matters most, which is why safety is our top priority. Our commitment to serving the local community is all about being an active part of the places we call home. By choosing Keystone Seriously Local Propane, you are supporting local communities and helping us make an impact where it matters most, right here at home. Keystone Cooperative, Seriously Local Propane, and proud to back the Boilermakers.
At Purdue University, we're providing solutions from West Lafayette, Indianapolis, and across the globe as one of U.S. News and World Report's top 10 most innovative schools. Together, we're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap, like building the business school of the future, advancing our leadership in computing and AI, and addressing complex challenges by improving health outcomes for all living things. Learn more at purdue.edu/newsroom.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network, from Learfield, ready for the Case IH recap? Whether it's on the court or in your fields, having the right tools makes all the difference. Own your turf with Case IH at caseih.com. Purdue Basketball is brought to you in part by Purdue Federal Credit Union, the official credit union for Purdue fans, and by your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Purdue Basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Now, back to courtside.
Well, congratulations to Purdue's Matt Painter. With Purdue winning today, 78-57 over Iowa. We mentioned this in the pregame show, but certainly worth highlighting now. 250 Big Ten wins for Coach Painter. 250 Big Ten victories. He joined some pretty special company. Tom Izzo, Bob Knight, Gene Cady. The only other coaches in the history of the Big Ten to have 250 or more conference wins. Matt Painter now picks up 250 with a 78-57 win over Iowa. The 13th ranked Boilermakers improved to 21-4, 11-3 in the Big Ten. Iowa falls to 18-7 and 8-6. I'm Rob Blackman, and welcome to our First Merchants postgame show. Still to come, the thoughts from the head coach, Matt Painter. Bob Riddell visiting with him in the locker room. Our First Merchants postgame show. First Merchants helping you prosper. Boilermakers had an 11-point halftime lead, 36-25. We talked about what happened, the 22-point second half lead that was quickly erased at Nebraska on Tuesday. We said at halftime, can Purdue keep the foot on the accelerator here in Iowa City and learn the lesson that the hard lesson that was taught to them at Nebraska? And Purdue certainly did that, outscoring Iowa 42-32. The Boilermakers led by as many as 27 points. That was at the 12-minute mark of the second half. Quite frankly, this game never really felt like Iowa in the second 20 minutes had any type of a chance of getting back into it. And that was because Purdue was awfully efficient offensively and certainly awfully efficient defensively. In the second 20 minutes, Purdue 52% shooting, including 43% from three, and Purdue missed only 12.